Hi guys, welcome back. Special day today. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms across the world. We can't get it done without you, but you know that. Anyway, did you guys call your moms? Tell them you love them? Tell them you miss them? Did you hug them? Did you buy them a gift? Take them out to dinner? Do something. They just want to spend time with you. Tomorrow isn't promised, so don't take them for granted. I lost my mom earlier this year, and it's something you'll never get over. So do yourself a favor. Make it your priority to honor them every day. A phone call, a letter, anything. Management went out and got the balloons. Had a lot of running around to do, so she stood in some long lines for me and got it done. Thank you. This is from all four of us, Mom. We love you. We miss you. We wish you were here. Maybe all of us could get together and do a live stream like this every Mother's Day. Would you like that? Here we go. Just for you, Mom. Greatest mother of all time. For the nicest, kindest person that ever walked the face of the earth. Thank you for everything you taught us. We're so grateful. We love you. We know you're watching. And we're going to make you proud every day. Bye. I have a small closet. Got to do something about it. Too much stuff in it. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. So as you know, I got a small closet, a lot of stuff in it. So I went on Menards.com, looked up some shelves. I found these, 6 in a set. It should work. You know what guys, this video isn't so much about the shelves or the installation of the shelves. By the way, follow the instructions to the T. Don't skip a step or you might mess up. Man, this is a big mess here. Can't believe it. Do you remember when I painted this room? And I talked about some of the things you need to watch out for when you're looking for a home or things to look out for in your first home? This is it. The thing is, you get excited when you're about to purchase a home, especially when it's your first one. And sometimes you might overlook stuff, and that's the problem. And years later, you realize, you could have done better, but you should still be grateful. And what am I doing here? I'm just measuring the lines, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, so to speak. This thing is real easy to do, trust me. Problem is, you're going to get more stuff and turn your house into a big storage unit. You're going to buy things. Your kids are going to need things. Your wife, your husband. And one day you're going to look up and you realize you're drowning in a bunch of stuff you bought for yourself. It's going to happen. It will happen. So what do? Do you go to a storage facility and rent out storage space? How many totes are you going to buy? I think shelving might be a good solution. So here I am measuring. For a project like this, it doesn't hurt to bring out a level. Do yourself a favor. You don't want crooked lines and crooked shelves, do you? So go the extra mile. It's for your own good. When you get to this point, you're almost there. It's just a matter of putting the pins in the holes, just like the instructions read. Even though this isn't the biggest job in the world, you know how to bring out the rigid. I don't care how small the project is. I love my drill. These pins are very important because what they do is hook the shelf into place so it doesn't pop up when you're finishing this job. Remember that. Time to take a hammer and make sure they're secured in the wall. Don't want to do it too hard. You might make a big hole. When you finish, I hope your shelving looks something like this, if you did it right. I was thinking about doing something like a stack effect, but I opted against it. There's not a lot of room in here. It would have worked, but I think this is best moving forward. So I'm going to keep going. And you know what? I need to show you exactly what I did. I think over here, I'm going to put more shelves. I'm going to figure it out. Might even put some hooks up. We'll see. But I'm just trying to make use of the space as best as I can. So let me start the other one. And again, once you measure the lines, the distance from one hole to the other, you're going to use a 3/16 drill bit to drill your holes. Management hung my coat up. This is something that I wouldn't do, but it's not that bad. I just have a different idea. But as you can see, the shelves just really opened up this closet. It's very little, but the shelving really works, and it'll help you open up the space. This is what you want to see. Got a little more to go. So I went on Amazon and bought these hooks, 2 of them, white, matches the paint. It's going to be real easy to put them in. I went with the smaller anchors. I really don't like those white ones. I like the plastic looking ones. Well, they're all plastic, but I didn't go with the pure white looking ones. I just went with the gray looking ones. It's a better choice if you ask me. Trust me on that. Here we go. And again, we didn't hit a home run. There's some things that we can improve on when it comes to the house. But this is a step in the right direction. So I got the hooks up, got the shelves up. It works. I didn't do the stack effect, so don't worry about that. And here's the finished product. It works. Turned out great. 6-set shelving kit from Menards. Works wonders. This closet looked like a tornado hit it. Now looks a whole lot better. The stuff I don't normally use, I put all the way at the top. The stuff I need the most, I'll have closer access to. You can also get like a tie hook too, or a belt hook. That'll work. But yeah, like the results. Turned out nice. You guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. Got a small problem? Could turn into a big one. You know how it goes. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Got a little problem with the stove. It's not working right. It's like when you turn the knobs, the eyes don't come on. Yeah, all of them. It's been happening for a little while. It's getting worse. Let me show you. Turn this and, of course, works now. That's funny. When you want it to work, it doesn't. And when you're hoping that it doesn't work, it does. Crazy. Anyway, believe me, guys, there's a part I have to replace. I'll get to it. Trust me. First thing I'll do is remove the grates, pull the plug on electricity, and turn off the gas. For the beginners, whatever you do, please make sure the gas is off. The valve should look just like this, opposite direction of the pipe. That's how you know it's off. Time to remove the burners. Shouldn't be hard. I think it's time to get my Star Wars socket set. Perfect for jobs like this. Glad I got it. Real cheap off of Walmart.com. Check it out. Here we go. Oh yeah. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it any day. Believe me when I tell you that. Several years ago, you would have never caught me doing something like this. That wasn't bad. Still have a ways to go. Still got some bolts and screws, but you get the gist of it. You know what? I think I'll get the rigid out. Do I really need to use this? No. I just want to. Done. Got them all. Now let's go under here. You like my light? Got a good deal on these lights. $9.98, something like that from Home Depot. Got 2 of them. So I'll use the light to get the screws under the top of the stove. Oh yeah. I know the video isn't about the light, but you guys got to go out and get 1 or 2. You'll find screws on both ends just like this. I believe you remove the right one or left, maybe both. I'll figure it out. But this is what it looks like. Next, I'll pull the knobs. Wait, let me turn this light off. I'm tired of that glare. All right, I'll pull the knobs and finish up what I'm doing. I said that like this is pretty much over. It's not. There's the casing for the knobs. I pulled it out. Wasn't too difficult. Still got some work to do all under here. Just more screws. Gotta find the right ones so I could lift up the top and start working under it. Yep, right over here. There we go. Has to be this one, right? Makes sense. Let's give it a try. You'll see the screws that you have to remove. I don't know where I'd be without this light. Anyway, so I have to push this down along with the rest of them so I can eventually lift up the stove top like this. You have to be careful too, by the way. It shouldn't be nothing to this now. Just a little lifting, tugging, should come up. Just keep at it, wiggle it a little bit. You know how to do it. Push it, pull it. It's not hard. Finally, here's the problem. The spark modular has to go. Gonna clean some of this. Looks pretty good. But yeah, this modular is probably done. It's time to be replaced. Has to go. I'm sure this will be a lot easier to remove than the stove top itself. There we go. All right. And I'll just get the model number and get a new one. But before I do anything, I'll take a mental note of where the wires are, just in case I forget. As a matter of fact, I'll take some photos. That way, if I do forget, I'll have something on standby. My main concern is the price. Hope it's not too expensive. Can't believe this little part is causing all this trouble. Oh well. Meanwhile, I'll lightly scrub some of this metal, just in case we got caked up grease on it. You never know. But like I said, it looks good. Even the burners. Why not? Thanks for watching. Take care. See you. Welcome back. So where were we? All right. Over here. Module. Okay. Wasn't that hard, right? So then we'll come back to the stove. Clean up around the igniters. Have to be careful though. And of course, we'll take care of the burners. I want to show you something else I plan on doing with the burners. It's going to really help. This is just a basic scrub brush. Nothing special, nothing fancy. You've seen them in all the stores. 3 in a pack sometimes for a little over $1. Let's get this gunk and build up from around the igniters, because you never really know what the problem is. So you want to eliminate any threats just in case. So yeah, we'll take care of it real soon. Again, be mindful. I'm probably scrubbing a little too hard, but I just want to get all that grease away from the igniter, because this thing has to shoot out the spark to go through the burner. Here's another little trick. So what I plan on doing, you see this hole? You might not be able to see this hole. It's very small. But the spark shoots through this hole, and when it meets the gas, that's how you get the fire. But you don't want this blocked in any way, or you might have trouble lighting your stove. So I'll take a needle or a pin, something like that, and see if it's clogged in any way. Again, nothing special, nothing fancy. Got them from Walmart, very cheap. Here's how you can tell there's nothing blocking that hole. Needle goes right through, so we shouldn't have any problem in that regard. Well, so far so good. Took care of all the burners. Pin really helped. Problem is, I wasn't able to get that module. Can't walk in your local store and get one. And none of the other HVAC stores or plumbing stores or stores like that had one. It's just a waiting game now. I don't have the part. I ordered it from Amazon. Put all the stuff back. It's actually a good stove. You know what though? I want to show you what I was talking about though. I didn't give you a good example. Hold on for a minute. All right, it's plugged back in. Time isn't right, I think. So let's turn the knob, see what's going on. Absolutely nothing. See? Do you trust that I turned the gas back on? I did. I think Amazon is going to destroy all retail. Probably already has. And the post office. Let's get to work. But before we do anything, what do? Unplug it and cut off the gas, right? Okay. Here we go. This is how it looks. This is how it comes. Let me show you the number just in case you need one for your stove. I hope not, but if you do, this is what it is. I didn't think you wanted me to show you how to take the stove apart again. Let's just get right to it. Here's the module. Here's the new one. Finally, out with the old and in with the new. Don't forget to take a picture so you'll remember where the wires go. Let's wrap it up. Moment of truth. Did our hard work pay off? Let's plug back in. Let's give it a try. Come on. Turn that knob. I see something. There we go. Well, you can't see it. I can't. That one works. Okay. What about this one? Oh, no, I got the wrong one. Okay, that works. What about you? Oh, yeah. Wow. Even more vibrant. And what about you? Okay. Success. It worked. We did it. So if your stove top doesn't work, it's the spark plug module. I want to show you all of them at once, just in case you think I'm not telling the truth. This is how it looks. The burner should come on like this with no problem. We did it. All right. Thanks for watching. As always, you guys take care. Bye. Got a lot of work to do, guys. But we're in it for the long haul. You know that. Let's get started. Hi, guys. Welcome back. I missed you guys. Did you miss me? We got so much to do, so little time. Don't worry about the grass. I cut it. Looked a lot better than this. Needs a little water. That's okay. We got enough to do. Don't even worry about it. I'll take care of it. Over here, this is where I'll start. Man, so much. Let's go. Management wanted something different this year. You know, I took out those white plants. Now management wants lilacs. That's okay. We'll plant them, get it done. See how they turned out. These were $3.99 from Aldi. These were $9.99. I guess it's true what they say. You get what you pay for. All right, got a lot going on. Here's all the stuff. Shovel, of course. And here we go. My secret weapon that is turned against me. I think this hurt my chrysanthemums. Too much of it will do damage. Be mindful of that. All right, so what are we doing? We're coming back. So I want to plant the lilacs throughout the bed here. Remove the old... These chrysanthemums look like they want to come back, by the way. I don't know if this is a good problem to have. Like I said, I got a lot going on. Need to remove those purple salvias. Take the lily here. Move it where the purple salvia is. Man, nothing beats a failure but a try. You know, they say these chrysanthemums are annuals. Maybe they last a whole calendar year. I think I figured it out. Here's a hole. I'll put the purple salvia there. And of course, I said I'll put the lily here and move the other ones up. There's a hole. Got the holes ready. At least I did something right. And that lily will stay. And yes, people, you can move your plants. It's okay. Trick is just make sure those roots are moist when you're doing this. Meaning, if it's going to take you a while to replant, just keep them moist until you finish putting them back in the ground. All right, let's take these lilacs and find a new home for them. So far, so good. Thumbs up, of course. Got a hole here. I'm sure these will turn out great. Chrysanthemums, I don't know what's going on, but you gotta go. Gave you a chance. You blew it. And I want you guys to take notice of the progress. Look at how we're starting, and we're going to end much different. So far, it's working out. Let's keep it going. I'm sure this will turn out extremely well. All right, the lily has a new location. So does this purple salvia. The others have been moved. Shaping up. Got more to go. We're going to put these lilacs in. Oh yeah. But before I do, I have to put down my cheat code. Not a whole lot this time. Again, very little. Very little. Mix it in. That's it. Last time I really messed up. Things are coming along. This is what you want to see. Oh yeah. Got some of them in. Looks good. Real good. Got a little ways to go. But it's getting there. Looks like it's your turn. Let's go. I'm sure this will turn out great, but I'm running out of real estate. Got a lot going on. That's okay. Nothing wrong with trying something. If it doesn't work, I can do something else. I'll figure it out. Meantime, I think this downspout is going to give me an issue. We'll see. I know one thing. This is going to be real interesting, no matter what. Believe me when I tell you that. I got stuff everywhere. We'll see again. Hey, this is what management wanted. I'm doing whatever I can to make management happy. If you know, you know. Okay, so I move that, got that going on. That's there, that lilac, lily. Let's wrap it up. Almost finished. Got all the new plants in. Put the salvias in their new locations. The one lily in its new spot. I like what I see so far. I'm just real eager to see how it's all going to turn out. And around these parts, we save the best for last. Have to water. Your plants, flowers, grass, needs water. It's a must. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the first one of the year, right? You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Light work today. Think it's time to fertilize. Why not? Grass looks real good, real green. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Looks like all the work we did last year really paid off. A lot of work. As for the mulch bed, we'll see. Too early to tell, but I'm confident that I'll get the results I'm looking for. Oh yeah, this looks good. It all looks good. So far, so good. Salvia's perking up. This is what you want to see. Lilacs, jury's still out. It's going to take a while. But, like I said, I'm sure everything will be just fine. There's that downspout. Hope it doesn't give my lilies any trouble. Looks good, looks good. Real good. It's going to pay off. Just give it time. Before I put down the fertilizer, I think I should do a little maintenance. Cutting edge and stuff like that. Let's take a look. Not bad. Actually, beautiful. Amazing. Came up well. We'll see if it can withstand the summer heat though. That's the big test. But I'm telling you, this is nice. Well, time to pull out the Menards Premium Crabgrass Preventer. Feeds it, kills weeds, stuff like that. Oh yeah. I'll start over there, work my way over here as usual. Put a little bit in the spreader, hand spreader, and this is the first application. I think the most important thing to remember is not to put too much of this stuff down. You can kill your grass, burn it, all type of stuff. Feed it, but don't kill it. Almost finished. Now it's time to do this side. Here's the best part. Take care of your families, take care of your bodies, take care of your lawns too. I'm dedicating the Whitley and Chill Season 3 backyard playlist to my old man. Rest in peace. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Season 3, we made it. What's going on? Got the fountain out. Hope it's okay. As for the grass, looks nice. Might need some fertilizer. We'll see. What about the plants? I told you you can move them. Remember? They'll be fine. Don't worry. You can do it. There's nothing to panic about. Big project, guys. Chain link fence. It's gotta go. Let's see if I can do it. I'll try to center the post where the plants are. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh yeah, this one looks good too. I would like to level the yard. We'll see about that. Here's the star of the show though. My brute lawnmower. I'll be doing stuff along here too. All right. Man, I wish I could control the weather. The weather is probably the biggest obstacle you'll face when you're doing this. Looks like it wants to come down real hard. Can't control it though. Sometimes it's too hot, it's too cold, raining, snow. We get it all here. I need to hurry up. This cut isn't really about maintenance. I'm trying to find some damage or trouble spots in the yard. You know what? I think this year I'll allow the clippings to discharge from the side. That way the nutrients can go back in the ground. It always helps. You know, when your grass is wet, you might want to rake it because when you cut it, while it's wet, it doesn't get an even cut. So keep that in mind. You know I wouldn't be caught dead out here without my Works Trimmer Edger 20 volt. I highly recommend you get one if you don't have it. Very easy to deal with, no gas. What we got going on? Got some weeds, that's normal. This is what it looks like. This is where I'm at. Got a long way to go. I want you guys to remember how it looks now, because by the fall, it's going to look a whole lot different. I hope anyway. All right, let's do something about this fountain. Since I'm out here, I might as well. Think about it. It's one less thing I have to do later, because later on, I got plenty to do. Don't forget the rose bushes. It's amazing how big they got. I remember like it was yesterday when I planted them. Now look, running out of room. But that's okay. This is what I wanted to see. Okay, fountain's up, water is in it, it's ready to go. It's always good. What else we got going on? Rose bushes. Amazing. Table still intact. That's what you want to see. The other rose bush. Beautiful. As for the grass, to be continued. Well, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Finally, look what I got. Hi guys, welcome back. Oh yeah, things are really on the up and up now. Just want to show you something I picked up. 5 cubic foot wheelbarrow made by Yardworks. You know, I got this from Menards. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need it. It's gonna come in handy. This is my first one, so I'm real excited. You know how it is. Anyway, I need it for a couple projects. The first being the fence I plan on installing. Talk to you about that. Also, I need to remove a bunch of rocks and dirt I dug up from the front yard. So I'm doing it different this year. I'm doing it the right way. Okay? $25 for the trade, 25 for the hardware, 18 for the legs. You do the math. Hope that's still about 68 bucks. I think it's a good deal. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Another quick one. Look at this Sun Joe pressure washer from Home Depot. I bought this because of the price. Well, let me tell you why I need it. Needed to clean some concrete. Plan on doing some concrete work. So why not do it the right way? Get a pressure washer. Hope it's powerful enough. Plan on doing a real thorough job. Here go the accessories. Can't remember if I purchased the warranty on this. It's got a 2-year thing going on and let you know on the side. You know, they know how long these things will last. And that depends on the warranty they offer. So after 2 years, you can probably forget about it. I'm cheap. Every now and then I learn my lesson on that stuff. But I thought I'd give it a try. Heard enough about Sun Joe. Why not, right? Okay, well, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Yep, another video of me previewing a tool I plan on using in the near future. This time it's a reciprocating saw made by Ryobi. Good price. Bought it from Home Depot. 79 bucks. 12 amp corded. Hope it gets the job done. This is my first one, guys, so you know I'm excited about it. Really excited. Can't wait to use it. Hope I don't hurt myself. But I need it for that chain link fence I plan on tearing down. So this should get the job done. Never used one before, but you gotta try, right? Also, picked up these blades. I was hoping to get some Milwaukee blades or Makita. I think Makita. Couldn't find them, so I settled for this. About 5 of them. It's good for metal and wood. So the Ryobi comes with a blade, but you know that's not gonna last long, and I'll be at the store buying more, so why not get them now, right? So thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. I told you I'm bringing out the big guns. I'm putting up that fence no matter what. I got the Cobalt, bought it from Lowe's. I think it was 69 bucks or 89 bucks. I can't remember between the two. What difference does it make? I got it. Now that I got one, I have to say, what type of man or woman doesn't have their own circular saw? Should be outlawed. It should be a law against it. Go get a saw. If you're a real DIYer, you should have a saw. Get one. After some reviews, I thought this was the best thing for me. 15 amp, corded, 7 1/4. Everything you need to know is pretty much on the side, and of course the manual. I'll be taking a look at it. Haven't really used one much. Can't even remember using one. But I'm going to do it. Thanks for watching. Take care as always. Bye. Well, today's the day. I've done enough talking and planning. It's time to put my money where my mouth is. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Before I get to the chain link, let's look at the rose bushes. Nice. Kind of windy out here too. I'm gonna have to replace this grill cover, but it comes down, all the way down. All of this, I gotta get rid of it. It's time. It's time to move forward, move on from this. Look at my white plants. Nice. Yeah, this has to go. It's just horrible. It's just time for something new. We could do better than this. Let's do it. You know, I have 10 snips, but these are straight cut. Got them from Menards. Saw them in one of those big bins in the middle of the aisle before you make it to the cash register. I'm sure they'll come in handy. You see how the metal ties or the metal string keeps the chain and the pole together. So I'm just going to cut them and separate them. Make it easy, right? Several more I have to do, but these snips really came in handy. So I'm almost finished with this. The bottom is giving me a hard time. Otherwise, this will be done. Looks like I have to bring in the big dog. Do yourself a favor. Before you use any type of machinery, tools, get some eyewear. Okay, I'm sure the Sawzall can take it from here. Very confident that this will work. For obvious reasons, I couldn't record and use the Sawzall, but it gets a Whitley thumbs up. It's great. If you don't have one and you need it, go out and get it. Done. Just like that. Chain link is gone. A neighbor took it away. Appreciate that. Just have the poles left. That thing is amazing. Ryobi, you guys really know what you're doing. Nothing's easy. As I started to remove the pole, water starts shooting out the bottom of it. I don't want to damage this tool, so I'm going to have to find another way to do this. I'm sure there's water in all of them. I've done a lot of digging around the concrete post. Might use the sledgehammer to break it up. We'll see. Unfortunately, I lost the shovel, and the sledgehammer isn't really great for something like this. I'll figure it out though. Finally, I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Show the muscles. Go ahead. Flex. You deserve it. Unbelievable. This was built to last. I don't know what was going on back in the day. Maybe they had a bunch of chain link fence bandits and they had to put these poles so deep into the ground to keep people from stealing them. Whatever the case, I'm telling you, this was hard work. Now, some people will get a jack and jack the post out of the ground. I didn't want to do all that. I thought I could do it without having to bust a sweat. I was wrong, completely wrong. Now I know what I'm dealing with, and it'll be a lot easier moving forward. I'll get it done. Now you can understand by looking at this angle what I was dealing with. There's still about 2 feet worth of pole in that hole. You live and you learn, I guess. I'm getting it done. This is the last one. I'll have to cut this gate here, make it work. I'll figure it out. Keep that. This has to go. Oh yeah. Got to figure out a way to remove it from the wall. Ryobi to the rescue. It cut through this like a knife cutting through butter. No problem whatsoever. I love it. You got to get one. You might need it one day. I don't want to cut too much of this. That'll work. Let's figure out a way to remove this wood. Get rid of this. Oh yeah. I'm not an expert, but if somehow you manage to put nails through wood that went through brick, you shouldn't have too much trouble removing the wood. So you just take a shovel, use it like a crowbar, and it'll do the job for you. Who had this bright idea? If someone asks me what's harder, removing a chain link fence or putting up a wood fence, my money would be on removing a chain link fence. Finally, it's done. The last one out of the ground. I hope I never, ever have to do anything like this again. This is probably like a day's worth of work already. Next, I plan on using stakes and string in order to line up the post correctly. I'll be using the 3-4-5 method. I learned it online. Thought it was good. I'll put a post here, and I want them to be leveled and in line with each other. And this is one way that you do it. Just do it the right way. Success. Finally got it. I messed up a few times, but that's to be expected. Okay, 5 feet. I'm going to put the first post here. It'll work well right there. And then they should all be lined up. I'll use these at the end. Oh yeah. Well, I know there's something we all can agree on. There's absolutely no turning back now. I'm in too deep. Guess it's just a matter of figuring out where the posts will be. I know they'll be 8 feet apart. That's the goal. That could change. A lot of holes, a lot of dirt, losing sunlight. Solar lights are coming on now. It's getting late. It's going to turn out good, guys. Don't worry about it. Trust me. I won't give up. I'll keep going, keep pushing, and live with the results. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, welcome back. Phase 1 complete. On to phase 2. You know what that means. Had to bring out the post hole digger. It's going to come in handy. You know, it was left by upper management within the last year or so. It's just been here in the garage. Okay, what's next? I got my string. I marked where the post should go. Looks good. You know what I thought about doing? I was going to level the post according to the walkway here. Problem is, it narrows at a certain spot and widens at a certain spot. So that means my post and the fence, if it gets done, would have just looked sloppy. It would have been narrow in certain spots, wide in other spots. Can't have that. So always trust the string and trust the math behind it. And again, just to clarify, go by the string if you do the 3-4-5 method. It's no good measuring from the sidewalk to the house and then coming up with some type of point to start the holes, because again, your walkway might not be exactly leveled. It might narrow toward the end or widen toward the beginning when you compare it to one side or the other. So the string, the 3-4-5 string method is the best way. Enough talking, right? Okay, let's get to work. Time to dig some holes. For future reference, it'll help if you wet the ground the day before you start the project. Make things a lot easier for you. So I took a piece of flooring and stuck it in the middle of the hole. It's going to act as a temporary post. Then I took a tape measure and measured 8 feet. As you can see, the next post should be there. This is what you got to do when you're doing it yourself. So there's nothing wrong with crossing the T's and dotting the I's. Well, considering this is my first time, you guys got to give me a little slack on this one, okay? Anyway, I discovered a problem. I have to make this hole bigger. If I put a post in that hole, I won't be able to surround it with concrete, and it might not stay in the ground like it should. So of course I have to figure where the actual string meets, and then that's where I'll start the 3-4-5 method, because once you move it, you have to do the process all over again. And this hole might not be big enough, so I might have to dig a little more to make this work, but I'll get it done. Don't get me wrong, the hole is big enough, but I have to make sure that concrete can surround the post. That hole will be fine. Don't focus on that other hole. This hole should be fine. I don't know how much concrete I'm going to need because I made them too big. But again, I need the post centered so I can surround it with concrete and enough concrete. They're deep. That's the old hole. Let's see what's going on here. A couple more holes. I'll stop here. That should work. This is looking good. Might have to make a minor adjustment here. And you see what I've been using is coming in handy. I'm doing it, guys. Considering I bought 4x4x8 posts, okay? 2 feet go on the ground, 6 feet of that post will be above ground. Are you following me? So why not take an angle square and measure 2 feet? If you guys don't have one of these, you need to go out and get one. Trust me. Anyway, I measured 2 feet, made a mark with the Sharpie, then used the angle square to make a straight line on all 4 sides of the post. This is really going to help me out down the stretch. So if you don't do what I just did, you might be too far up or too far down in the ground. So now you know I got a little ways to go. I know a lot of you don't really need to do all this. I do, and some of the folks who are watching, this might come in handy, so be patient. But as you can see, what I was saying made a lot of sense. So now I know the 4x4 is in the ground deep enough, as you can see. So it all makes sense. It was all for a purpose. It's shaping up. How many of us have bought these and didn't really need them? You just saw them, they were cheap, and you thought, well, maybe one day I could use it for something. Well, today's the day. It's flatter. Should work better for me. Again, I'm just going to ensure that the posts are in the ground 2 feet. Might have to dig a little more. I might have to add dirt, but at least I know they'll be 2 feet in the ground and 6 feet above ground. What do we have here? A post in the ground. No concrete though. But it's being held up by 2 2x4s, leveled by this tool. If you plan on doing this project, you will need that. Trust me. It's looking good. This is what you want to see. You know what? I might pull this thing off. And it's at the line, centered. Oh yeah. We're going to do it. We're going to get through this together. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. I'm still going. Got the post in the ground. They're being held up by 2x4s. Those are 2x4x2s. I should have got some 2x4x4s because I'm having trouble keeping them up. But that's okay. Got about 3 more holes to go. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm making progress. 3 more holes, like I said. I'm going to pull this off. Oh, yeah. Okay, got that one in. Here's the second one. And there's the third one. Got them in, 2x4s, holding them up. Got one that is kind of leaning. Yep. I got to do something about it. I don't really have the 2x4s secured. I got to hurry up. It's getting late. Okay, got the fast setting Quickcrete from Home Depot. 50-pound bag. It better work. This is like $6 a bag after taxes. Oh yeah. Should be the best. Okay, so look, like any person would do, when you're doing a project like this, you start getting your material, tools, equipment, stuff like that. Makes sense, right? And that's what I did. I thought I had enough bags. These holes are big. The bags are small. 50-pound bags for the size of these holes just won't work. Not a big deal. I realize I'll need more bags. So I go to the store. All of the Quickcrete fast setting concrete is gone. So luckily, I have a couple more bags of my own. So I had to pick something else up. I'm hoping it works. That looks okay. So I have 3 different bags that I had to buy. If I have to be out here this late, I need light. Those are the remaining bags. Let's look over here. Got some concrete in the hole. Have them all filled just about. Over here. Let's get to it. Got my bags. Leveler or level, however you want to say it. Let's do it. Word of the day, patience. Patience with a capital P. You need lots of it for something like this. Okay, I'll put some concrete down the holes. I don't know how I'm going to attach this chain link. I'm not even worried about it right now. Let's just keep going and we'll figure that out later. No more fast setting. This was it. As far as what I needed. There was nothing else. So I really had no choice. I hope it works. We'll see. Once again and again and again and again and one more time, you do not do this job without something like this. This level is great. Spend the money. It's only a few dollars. Okay, folks. Looks like I got posts in the ground. And we're just waiting on the water, right? This hole looks good. It's not as big. The other one's horrible as far as width. But again, I think it'll make a strong foundation because that concrete ain't going nowhere. So far, the hardest part of the project was working in this area. The posts are a lot closer together and the neighbor's chain link fence was in the way, at least the part I couldn't cut down. So I had to work around all of this. See the string? See how it's touching the post? At least you know everything's leveled and going according to plan. I hope this works out. I'm still going. I thought it'd be best for me to pour the bag of concrete in the hole first, then add water. I know some of you probably would have opted to get a wheelbarrow. I have one, by the way. You guys know that. You would have gotten your wheelbarrow, tore open the bag, added water, then mixed it in the wheelbarrow. Not me. Why'd you get one? Just in case. I'm at Home Depot. It's the morning. I need more concrete. Let's go inside. Would you look at this? Look at this. Would somebody look at this? Look at this. I can't believe it. All these bags. All here. None of this was here last night. None of it. None of this. Well, that was. None of the fast setting, though. None of the fast setting. I literally had to make another trip, and I didn't have to. They just would have had what I needed. It's like a waste of time almost. It just pushes things back. I'm glad that they have what they have now, but I really needed this last night. Just add water, though. That's probably the only part I don't like. The loading, the unloading. Bags are heavy. I don't know about you, but my back isn't what it used to be. So I feel the effects greatly, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Let's take a look at the holes. Okay, and guys, don't turn your nose up at my holes, okay? Like I said, you gotta give me some slack. It's the first time for me. So I'm learning. Next time, this will be better. I hope. I think. So I have to add more here. I'm not going back to that store. Forget about it. I refuse. I refuse. I do. I do. Luckily, I have this little cart. Okay, let's take a look. Here we go. That hole looks good. Like that. Over here. Needs a little help. No problem. That looks good. I like that. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. Man, it's not even moving. Nothing. I think I did a good job, folks. Wow, amazing. I know I have a long way to go, but I'm getting there. At this point, I'll do whatever it takes to preserve my back. So I'll cut the bag open a little bit, pour some of the concrete in the hole, just like this. You know what, guys? A part of me is thinking, if the holes weren't so big, I'd be done with this by now. What do you think? Leave a comment. Anyway, I'm getting there. Poster in the ground. Well, the best part, adding water. Why is it the best? It's soothing, and it's the easiest. You know what, guys? Can't quite put my finger on it. But if I had to bet, and I'm not a bet man, but if I were, I bet it would be best to tear the bag open, pour it in a bucket or wheelbarrow, then add water, then take a shovel, and then mix it together. I'm just guessing here. Okay. Anyway, we got the post in the ground. We did it. And these posts aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I guarantee you that. It's going to take a real construction company, I mean a real one, to get these posts out of the ground. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'm going to help you install your chandelier. Don't panic. We can get through it together. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. So you got a chandelier. You opened the box and you thought, it's very nice. You know what, it's probably a little too nice for your house. Joking. Anyway, you opened the box and you saw all that stuff, all those parts, and you thought to yourself, what in the world did I get myself into? Okay, so I took a ceiling fan down because this is where the chandelier is going to go. So again, don't panic. If you're a beginner, you're going to think to yourself, okay, the mount goes here. I have to connect it to the junction box. But you're going to get a little worried because the mount might be wider than the junction box. Don't worry about that. I'll show you. Okay, folks, I recommend that you put the chandelier together first. You got a lot going on, a lot of parts, a lot of wires. You might be working by yourself and you'll get frustrated. So to avoid that, do this first, along with the crystal balls that hang from the base. Put all that together first. It'll save you a lot of frustration and anguish. Trust me. Now here's the box for the remote control. It's the receiver. So you'll see the wire sticking out like this. So it should look something like this when you put it together. I don't have the balls hooked up to it yet, but that's okay. So anyway, the issue you're going to run into is the mount, okay? And I'll walk you through that shortly. But when you get the mount, you'll notice it might be bigger than a junction box. That's okay. Don't worry about that. Don't panic. I'll show you what to do. Take a look at your mount. There's an opening, right? So that pole, whether it's the long pole or the short one you use, it goes into this hole. You'll turn it and it'll fit into like a groove. But the most important thing is to secure the mount to the junction box. You want the wires coming from the ceiling to go through the center of the mount. Make sure the wires coming out of the ceiling or the junction box go straight down through the middle of the mount. Meanwhile, you're going to have an issue here because your mount may be wider than your junction box. I recommend you center your mount, then you secure it with at least one screw. You notice the junction box isn't as wide as the mount. That's okay. But as long as I secure it with one screw, it will hold, believe it or not. But if you try to secure it to the drywall, it won't work. Notice what I did. Now I'll come with additional screws and screw them into the drywall. The mount isn't going anywhere. It's secured to the junction box. It doesn't matter at this point. Now you're pretty much ready to go. You've assembled it already. And actually, this thing comes pretty much assembled. You're just adding the pole, the caps, and wiring this thing. honestly. So you don't have much to do. Now, the base, you have to add the magnetic lights and there's other little parts, but that's not an issue. This is how this should look though, and this is how it'll hang. It's not difficult. If you can walk and chew gum at the same time, this will be fine for you. Don't panic. You won't have too much to worry about. But this is the groove I was telling you about. This goes into the mount. You'll turn it until it fits into it completely. I'm on a ladder now. I'm just showing you what it should look like. It's not difficult. Don't forget now that receiver has to somehow fit into the mount too. That's why you want to put all this stuff together. Okay? And this is the cap. You'll see. We did cut the power, right, before we start wiring the stuff, correct? We don't do this without cutting the power. We went down to the basement or wherever that fuse box is, and we cut the power, right? Right? That's the most important thing. Forget this chandelier. Your life is more important. We know the black wire is hot, white is neutral, and up above here is a hot wire and a neutral wire. Sometimes the colors are different. We can figure it out. I think this white one will go with the tan one, and the black one should be connected to the yellow. It's not a big deal. We didn't talk about the green wire that's coming out of the chandelier. That's your ground. Don't worry about it. And the green wire that sometimes gets forgotten about that we don't see right now, you can put it in the decorative cap. It'll be okay. When you connect the wires, finish them off by using wire nuts, wire caps, whatever you want to call them. I hate the small ones. I really do. It's easier to use the big ones. They're easier to work with. Those small ones just takes too long. So I did all that and we forgot the receiver for the remote. So let's take this stuff apart and do it again, right? So I did that to show you it's better to put the receiver through the mount, then wire this thing. It'll be a lot easier. The flat part goes toward the ceiling, the curved part toward the chandelier. All right, we're getting it together. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll be back. So let's finish up. I got the receiver in the mount. Got the wires connected, wire nuts. Looks like everything's ready to be put into the cap. And don't lose your mind, don't freak out. You see this wire? It's an antenna. You'll be okay. The only thing I wish the cap was bigger because you got a lot of wires here. I was able to put a couple in the junction box. Well, you'll have to keep that in mind, but put whatever you can in the junction box and then the rest should go in the cap. Okay, let's do it like this. Like I said, so much wiring, so little space, and you need to keep this receiver in the mount. Got a lot going on, but it's okay. Did you notice the two screws hanging out the mount? You'll see why in a minute. This isn't difficult at all. You're just turning the cap slightly until the screws fit into those slots, like so. It's not hard at all. Very easy. You'll get it. Trust me on that. Get your little Phillips screwdriver like this and tighten those screws. Easy. Here's the magnetic strip I was telling you about with the lights. Connects easy. You'll see how it fits into the base. But when you're doing this, you have to connect some wires. Connect the wires under the strip. I don't want the wires going across the top of the magnetic lights. Put them under. Just my recommendation. Again, no trouble at all, but be mindful of the wires. There's no point in damaging them or anything else, because if you do, your chandelier is useless and you spend a good amount of money on it. So just be careful. Delicate parts. Other than that, we're getting it done. Okay, the issue I did run into, first of all, looks good, right? Everything looks fine. The wires are under the magnetic LED strip. That's what I wanted to do. You do what you want. Okay? Let's not damage anything. Keep it all intact. The issue I had was, you see the two white wires? You don't know which one connects to the blue and which one connects to the white. So you have to figure it out. They're not marked. So I didn't like that. But, you live and you learn. Move forward. Get it done. Okay. So we connect the wires here. Comes from that white box. Connects to the magnetic strip. Okay, let's see where we're at and check our work. Cross the T's, dot the I's. You know what I mean? I cut the power back on. Switch is off. Okay, let's turn the switch on. What do we have? Wow, that's bright. Amazing. All right, don't forget your batteries, guys. Here's the remote. Let's see what we can do. Let's hit some buttons. Figure this out. There we go. Man, that's bright. Let's turn it off. And we turn it back on. It's another color. Off. Turn it back on. It's another color. I like it. Okay. It's different. Who would have thought you could use a remote to turn your... Wow, look at this. Okay. Now we're cooking. Cooking with gas. Look at that. Man, it's fast. With the light. I think it's worth every penny if you're into something like this. Here's the remote again. You could turn the lights off, on, fan, high, low, medium. Okay. I actually like it. It's not my thing, one of these type of things. I'm a simple type of guy. But there's nothing wrong with it. Gives good air too. Real good. Oh yeah. Those plastic blades make a difference. They really do. We can make it go faster. Yep. Okay. Let's wrap it up. When you're finished, this is how your chandelier should look. I want to talk to you about this in 1 second. Something very important. Okay, so what did we learn? We can do it ourselves. Save $200-300. Some electricians take advantage of decent people. So do it yourself. If I can do it, you can do it too. Also, you see the big crystal piece that's connected to the base? Assemble that before you mount this thing to the ceiling. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time and you're going to be mad. It's heavy. Not only that, the screws are short. And what if you don't have a long Phillips screwdriver? You're going to be in for a real long night. Trust me. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Success. Posts are in the ground. We're getting there. Looks good. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Got my brackets, exterior screws. There's plenty of sunshine out here. Let's put them down. Okay, so I went ahead and figured out where the brackets need to be. There's a line right there. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this done. We're gonna do this. Trust me, it's going to be great. Got plenty of brackets, don't I? You know I wouldn't be caught dead out here without my Stanley level, without the rigid. You have to wear gloves too, don't forget. You don't want any splinters getting into your hand. Man, it's going to be a great day. Trust me. So the first bracket here will be about 11 plus inches from the ground. Oh yeah. Notice I filled the holes. Wasn't a big deal. Middle bracket is about 36 inches and some change from the ground. What's this? I got a bad one here. Maybe too much water on it, I don't know. The top bracket, about 63 inches from the ground. All right. So what am I doing? This is how I'm figuring out my lines. I'm using a 2x4. So I already established the first three brackets. So now I use 2x4s and a level the rest of the way to figure out where each one goes. I know it's a lot of work, but the brackets help you in the long run. Think about it. If you make the cut too short, you have to use a shim. And you don't want to do that. Now, if it's too long, well, you can still work around that. The bracket helps either way. You don't have to force the wood in between the posts. It's not going to look good. And for the moment we've all been waiting for, the Cobalt. Got it from Lowe's. Yeah, I'm showing it off. I feel like a proud dad. Moment of truth, guys. Let's see if it's worth the money. It went through that 2x4 like a knife going through butter. Oh yeah, it's worth the money. I'm in love already. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, all the brackets have been added to the post. This will make my life and job a lot easier. Okay, let's look at the other end. Okay, guys, I'm going to cheat on this end. I'll add brackets, but there won't be a post here. It'll be okay. It'll work. I didn't think the space was wide enough for two posts. I thought it'd be a waste of time. That's why. Anyway, let's keep going. After so much cutting and trimming and all that, man, I'm getting it done. This looks nice. Why don't I just act like I'm on a farm and leave it as is? What do you think? So yeah, it happened. And it happened according to plan. It wasn't easy, but I got it up. I like the results. Well, so far, so good. We still got a little ways to go, but I like what I see. I couldn't have asked for more. So now it's time to add the screws to the brackets. How about from a different angle? You know why this worked? Because I used the 2x4s and a level to ensure that the brackets were in line. Okay? So that's why I got the results that I did. Looks nice. Now I'm just adding the screws to the brackets. Since I'm over there, I might as well get it done. It's been a long day. I'm tired. Now the brackets are officially and properly secured to the post, and the 2x4s are secured to the brackets. We're doing a great job. Let's keep going. Last but not least, the part that gives you the privacy that you're looking for. The dog ears or fence pickets, whatever you want to call them. I'll measure each one. We've done a lot so far. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. What do you think? Looks good so far. This is what you want to see. Got a long way to go, but I'm going to reach the goal. So I plan on using this roller string and 2 screws to level the fence pickets. I didn't have to do it here, but I will do it on the other side of the 2x4s, from there all the way down. I want them nice and leveled. I don't want the work to look sloppy. So I'm going to put my best foot forward, right? And Empire for the win. Might as well use a string level. Makes sense, right? We'll try it out. Look at the rose bushes. Can't get enough of them. They're starting to bloom. Great sign. All right, let's get back to the main attraction, the fence. Let's do it. Okay, I'll start the line here. There's my equipment. And I'm trying to keep the remaining pickets consistent with the pickets already screwed in. So here's my screw, or here, whatever works. I'll just run the line all the way down, and I'll use the line level. Oh yeah. Scratch that idea. Don't like it at all. Little too tedious. I'd rather use the 48-inch Master Force level from Menards. Oh yeah, now this works. Ran into a problem. The pickets are starting to slant, so I have to unscrew them. What I'll do is level each one. I was putting them close together so you wouldn't see a gap, but I have to level each one. Wow, amazing. This is what I wanted to see. Almost perfect. If you didn't know any better, you would have thought I bought the whole panel from the store. Man, I can't believe I did this. This is exactly how I wanted it. Exactly. Okay, I lost daylight, but it'll all be worth it in the end. All the hard work, everything. Everything I did. The store runs, the concrete, everything. It'll all be worth it. Man, I'm really pleased and anxious to see how this will turn out. Could I have finished yesterday? Maybe, but again, I'm measuring each picket because the ground isn't leveled, so it's going to take longer than expected. But again, guys, I'm doing it by myself. I'm sure there are some who would say, why don't you just put up 3, then check for leveling? For me, I think one at a time is best. And here's where I'm at. It's winding down. Looks great. It almost looks like a professional did this job. Then again, you might see some fence installs that might not look this good. Man, nice. It looks nice. One looks a little higher than the other, but that's okay. I can fix that. No problem. 2 more pickets to go, you think? 2, and I'm done? Maybe? I hope. Let's check. Might have a little issue there. Looks nice all the way down. Wow. And you know what? This will certainly add value to the home. Trust me. Let's wrap it up. So I used the Ryobi reciprocating saw to cut down a couple of the posts. Just want them even. Even the hand saw at one point. Okay, got them down. No problem. Let me ask you guys a question and leave your answers in the comments. How much do you think it's worth? What would you pay for someone to come out and do this? All right. Anyway, moving forward, I had an issue over here. So I went all the way down, but I had to come back. I had to take these pickets off and start here because I couldn't make a piece right there. So I had to pretty much double back. But again, it worked out well. Just in case you were wondering why I was trying to level those posts. Now you know, I had to add the finishing touches. Solar lights. Oh yeah, got them from Amazon. Look nice. Great addition. Looks like a whole different world over here now. Oh yeah. They're warm, by the way, not LED. Something I forgot to share with you. You see the second post and this post? It's not exactly 8 feet of distance between the two. I had to compensate for the neighbor's chain link. I had to meet up with it. So they're like 10 feet apart from each other. But that's okay. You wouldn't even notice anyway. But I'm being honest. And honestly, I'm amazed. Can't believe I did it. And it means a whole lot more because I did it with my bare hands. You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. I'm dedicating the Whitley and Chill Season 3 Front Yard playlist to my mother. Rest in peace. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. All right, let's take a look at the grass. Well, it's green. Hope the fertilizer helped some. Needs a cut. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll give it a cut. I'll go get the brute. Give it a cut. Marble chips, pretty good. Other stuff, looks good. Well, I got the big bumblebee, the brute. Oh yeah, it's not gonna play with the grass either. Turned out well. A little brown, but that's okay. Might just need some water. Marble chips, lilies, salvias. You know what? I gotta check out the other side too. See what's going on. I'm happy with the grass. Gotta do something about these chips though. Hideous. This looks bad. You know I can't leave it like this. But, I put up that fence, so work has been delayed. I'm about to get back on track. Oh, yeah. That was the perfect segue. Might as well start here. Clear this out. Get the weeds out. Fix it up a bit. And while I'm at it, might as well add another piece of fabric. Keep the weeds out. I should spray the marble chips. Okay, looks good. You know I'm not really a fan of hauling these bags. Now I'm putting them in buckets. But the track looks good now. This might take an hour, maybe more. A lot going on. Might as well add some fabric over here too. Keep the weeds out. Keep it consistent. Man, this is a lot of work. So management ordered groceries, okay? And here's the nice young lady that brought them. Great job. Thumbs up to her. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that's out here hustling, doing what all they can to make ends meet. So here I asked her if that was it. Went back to her car to help out. And over there, she asked, did I do this professionally? She really liked what she saw. I was like, no, I just do it just to do it and fix up the house, stuff like that. That's inspiring, really motivating. Someone notices your hard work and gives you a compliment. All right, marble chips are back intact. Mulch bed has a long way to go, but I'll put the work in. I'm not pleased with this lilac. It's time for it to go. I don't know what's going on. I just don't like its attitude. And I'll be replacing the lilac with a dianthus. Got it from Home Depot, $9.98. Why not give it a try? Can't hurt. Let's not forget to add the Miracle-Gro lawn food. Not too much of it though, because too much will ruin everything. Yeah, the one I just took out should have looked something like this by now. I don't know what was going on, but I don't need any dead weight around here, if you know what I mean. Can't wait to see how the lilacs turn out. Hope I have enough room for all this stuff. Okay, Dianthus, you're in. I hope you play nice with your new friends. Okay, let's put some annuals around the edger here. Put some color over this way. I'm wondering if I have too much purple. The salvias are purple enough. What do we have here? Okay. Yep. Cheap. I'm sure they'll turn out nicely. I apologize for the air conditioning in the background. Try to listen to what this lady said to me. It really means a lot when someone stops and asks for a business card or just stops to say, hey, that looks real nice. Means so much. People appreciate when you really put 100% effort into something. And even though this isn't where I would like it to be, I'm sure people see the potential. As a reminder, you don't need to put 2 or 3 annuals in each hole. One will do. They grow, and they grow fast. Glad I took care of the marble chips. I think it's best to get rid of that big stuff. Don't worry about those steps. Forget those steps. I'll take care of those steps. Don't focus on them. The other marble chips, they look great. Okay, lilies. You know what I hate about the lilies? They just die out too fast. Forget about those steps. Don't look at them. Don't look at the stoops. It's all a part of the process, but I'll take care of them. All right, the new annuals, I'm sure they'll do well. Hope the grass gets greener. I'll take care of everything. Don't worry about it. You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Special day today. Out here with management, aka you know who. The princess is right over there. We're celebrating Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers around the world. A while back I shared with you that my old man passed away. He's here now. He's also with us in spirit. I know he's looking down, and we're going to make him proud each and every day. We love you, we miss you, things won't be the same. We picked this stuff up from the store just to mark his spot. It's only temporary. Just like the other families. We're in this together. You never think that you would see this day coming. Never thought this would happen. And it hurts. Cuts like a knife. We're going to get through it though. We'll be okay. You built us, you made us strong, old man. We won't break, we won't crumble. Oh yeah. The lady just walked past and said, "More beautiful." Thank you. Appreciate the love and support. We're going to get through this though. Anyway, we're out here letting you know we're still for you. We're loyal. Oh yeah. No matter where you're at. Representing your sons, your other son. He's making you proud. He's out the country filming a movie. Got your daughter-in-law. I mean, she's really the closest thing to a daughter you had. Think about it. Honestly, the princess is representing the grandkids, your real grandkids, and your only grandkids. We love you. We miss you. Take care. I know you're in a special place, and that's where you belong. We'll be with you soon. One day soon. Love you. Bye. It's time for me to install the Sun Joe pressure washer. I'll be using it for a project. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. All right, got a big one coming up and I need some reinforcements, and the Sun Joe pressure washer is going to help. Got some concrete I need to repair. Got some tools. Here's all the stuff I need. Should be using all of it. Hopefully I paid enough for it, right? Squeegee, everything. But first, I need to use the Sun Joe to clean up some things. This is what it looks like when you open it, all the parts. Looks like everything is there. Let's check it out. Here we go. Looks like the front piece. Okay, let's take it out. Sure, I don't have much to assemble. I like doing these videos for you guys though. It helps. Brush here. Okay, have to attach it. All right, I'm sure that'll come in handy. Another piece. Got a lot going on. What do we have here? Cord. Here's the main part here, the wand or gun. Need this. Okay, here's the last of it. More parts, no big deal. Holes. Nozzles. Okay. We'll get to it. Plug this in. All right, I'm sure this is no different than putting together a regular vacuum cleaner. Sure it's not. Here's my favorite part, directions. Gotta love them. Here's the manual, numbers, everything. Here you go. And when you get the manual, just look it over. I'm sure that's a container for the solution if you choose to use any. No big deal so far. This is pretty much put together. You're just crossing the T's, dotting the I's. It's not going to be difficult at all. All right, step one. We'll take that front piece there and put it on. Doesn't look too hard. We can do it. As I suspected, simple assembly required. Nothing major. Moving right along, we're going to add some more pieces. Let's come back here, take a look. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's give this a try and see what we're working with. Not much. Again, easy. If you guys don't have a 16-inch Phillips, I highly recommend you get one. Not many screws to secure the front piece to the pressure washer. Again, this is just standard stuff. You should be done within 30 minutes or less. Okay, nothing but a walk in the park for us guys. We've been here before. Let's look at the directions. Let's finish completing this install. There's nothing to it. I'm sure this is for the cord or the hose. More than likely the cord. Been doing this a long time, so my guess would be the cord. Nice. Got a few more screws to complete the job. If you lose them, you can go to almost any store to replace them. So now that's secured. You know what, guys? This pressure washer doesn't feel too heavy duty, if you know what I mean. Moving right along, let's continue to look at the directions. Here's the next step, and we'll grab some more parts. What's next? All right, looks like we'll take this piece and just slide it down on the side. Just like this, as you can see. Real easy, nothing to it. Okay, it's on there. Is it on there real good? Let's see. All right, let's move along. Next up, according to the manual here. Okay, let's grab this. First timers, if you need a power washer, this is probably something you might want to invest in. Easy assembly, nothing to it, especially if you've already put together vacuum cleaner and stuff like that. This is not difficult at all. Okay, what's next? All right, let's look for that. Okay, we got something right there. Here it is. Let's do it. So your wand or your gun will sit in this. That's the purpose of it, right here. All right, we have that in place. We're almost done. We're gonna come back, finish up. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Okay guys, we're back. Thanks for watching. Let's finish up. Next step. Looks like they want us to put the spray wand together. Okay, we can do that. Shouldn't give us too much trouble. No trouble at all, actually. Doesn't look hard. I like the illustrations. Here we go, last but not least. Let's take this piece out and attach it to the gun. Again, if you can walk and chew gum at the same time, you won't need to put in much effort to complete this installation of the power washer. Trust me. All right, here it is. It's put together. Good grip, plastic. Again, I don't know if this was worth the money I paid though. I paid about 139 bucks at Home Depot. We'll see if it's worth it. All right, moving right along. So I'll just take the hose and connect it like this. I might use some pliers to finish up. More directions. What's next? Right here. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so you'll connect your hose here, right here. Okay, that's done. Just like the picture suggested. You know something, guys? I don't think this Sun Joe really needed a booklet or this manual. Maybe one of those one-page direction guides. I think that would have been good enough. This might be overkill. All right, let's keep going. What do we have here? Okay, we're going to focus on everything else. See what we got. Stick to the guide. Let's take a look at the nozzles. See where they go. See how to use them. You know, there's a reason why I don't always throw out the boxes. Once in a while, you can go back to them and they have pictures or illustrations on them that'll help better explain your parts and stuff like that and where things go. In the last video, I told you this hook was for the electric cord and this one is for the hose. I was wrong, dead wrong. I don't like the placement of the hooks. There's too much cord there. Oh well, here's a nozzle, 0 degrees, straight line. This one is much wider. Okay. And this one, not so much. So this is where the nozzles go, right in the back, the bottom of the pressure washer. Again, there's nothing to it. Next up, there's the brush. Let's figure out where this brush goes. How about that? Right in this area. Let's give it a try. Got a lot going on here, but I think this pressure washer gives you everything you need for small jobs, maybe even up to some medium duty type work, if you know what I mean. Okay, we have some more parts. We're going to figure out where they go. All right, this is like your water hose adapter on the right side. Take this off and the adapter goes here. Easy. Connected by turning it like you would a water hose. No real problems there. Again, not difficult at all. Let's take a look at it. I'll put it all together. Got your handle, your wand. What's this? Another nozzle. Okay, let's put this on. You have to pull down on this piece here in order for the nozzle to go into the wand. Pull down on that. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. So you pull down on that. 1 second. Hold on. Please don't make the mistake of putting in the nozzle without pulling down on this piece. It will not work. Okay, again, this is very important. Just like that, okay? I mean, there's no sense in damaging your equipment before you use it, right? Let me do that. That way you can learn from my mistakes. I didn't do it, but you might as well let me do it before you ruin something you paid for. Anyway, I put it together. Looks nice. Okay. Well, folks, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support. Take care. Have a great day. Bye. Just finished assembling the Sunjoe electric pressure washer. Time to use it. Let's get started. Now here comes the real test. Got the wand hooked up to the gun. Oh yeah. Okay, having a little trouble trying to figure this out. Got the hose running okay. What's the problem? I think it would help if the water was actually on. That's kind of important, you know what I mean? It's working, has decent power, but there's water shooting out from the side right there where the hose meets the gun. Maybe the washer inside has gone bad. I don't know. I'm not happy though. It's doing what it's supposed to, but I just don't like how the water is shooting from the side. I don't think it's worth the money. I just got this out the box. This shouldn't be happening. I know one thing, and that isn't a good sign. We'll see. Anyway, I got some rough surface tape from Home Depot. I'm using it to mask the brick, almost like I do when I paint. Did the step here. I'll do that area over here. I don't know if I'm going all the way down with this. Again, that pressure washer just didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. Did an okay job. This looks horrible. We'll get it done. All right, folks. Got my buckets, sprayer, concrete patcher. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Got some more concrete here. Liquid, sprayer, got another bucket. I'm ready. Can't wait. I don't know what the scissors are for. Even backer rod. Oh yeah. Okay, big nasty crack here. I'll use the quick crack repair. Beginners, I think this is something you want to use. Didn't really need the trowel. Have another crack that I have to fill in there. This one here, all the way down. Goes on good. You know what I like about it? You can use your finger to spread it. Oh yeah. Brought the big guns out. Quickcrete vinyl concrete patcher, powder form. Yep, we're doing this. Trowel, bucket, mixing it up, water. All right, guys, we'll be back. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day. Bye. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Guess what I'm doing today? Yep, that's right. I'm getting the Yarnworks wheelbarrow, and I will be putting it together. Let's take a look at the grass. Decent. It could use some work. But we're not focused on that. We're focused on the wheelbarrow. Won't be going in the grass to do it. I'll put it together right here. How could I do this job without bringing out the rigid? I might not need it, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I got this from Menards. Very sharp plastic. It's going to open up this box for me. Parts box. Got everything in it. Hardware, wheel, everything. Except the handles. That's separate. Why am I doing a video? It's just a wheelbarrow. It's my first one, people, so it deserves a video, its own video. Anyway, here go the parts. Okay. Doesn't seem too complicated. Not a lot going on. Here's the wheel. Brand new wheel. Brand new wheelbarrow. Oh yeah. Doesn't get any better than this. Ah yes, directions. My favorite. Not a whole lot. I'm sure putting the wheelbarrow together won't be too difficult. Not a lot here. Unlike the Sun Joe pressure washer. I want my money back on that. Not happy at all. So what's first? Step one. Okay. The legs. All right. This bar here. I can do that. What do we have here? Sure, there's some screws and stuff. Okay. Let's take them out. So it should look something like this. Have the screw going through it. Okay. The nut. Locking it in. All right. So far, so good. This is like the first phase. Next up, let's take a look and see. Okay. Let's move this like so. Get it ready. Okay. So is it time to put this in? Yep, looks like it already. Good. Good. Nice and easy. That's what we want. Okay. So let's move this out of the way. Let's get it all ready. Oh yeah. 5 cubic feet. Plenty of space, plenty of room. All right, we have to screw it in. Lock it in. Use these. Okay. Just follow the directions. Shouldn't be any problem. You can get it done. I believe in you. Do you believe in me? All right, got the tray ready. Screws are in. It's ready to go. Let's do it. Be mindful which screws you use. Got the washer here. You're gonna need the washers. Do the best you can. It's not hard. And your wheelbarrow should look something like this when you get to this phase. And again, it's not a whole lot to it. You'll be fine. Let's keep going. Let's take this part. Where should we put it? Okay, get this. This one. Have to put it somewhere down here. Moving right along. So far, so good. This is how it should look. And I'm sure the handles go under here. Makes sense to me. Just gotta make sure you keep this thing intact as you put this thing together. All right, what's next? Can't quite put my finger on it. Here we go. Okay. No problem. I'll get it done. Just follow the illustrations. Very simple. It's windy out here. I think the wind is giving me more trouble than anything else. All right, let's move forward. And this is all for a purpose because the screws have to go in certain holes. But you'll pick it up fast. Again, if you can, like I always say, walk and chew gum at the same time, you'll be okay. Quick reminder, if you keep the tray like this, it'll be easier to assemble. Keep that in mind. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to come back. Take care. Bye. Welcome back. Let's finish up. If you made it to this phase, your wheelbarrow should look something like this. Have to tighten it up a bit. Turn it upside down. I'm getting there. Wobbling a bit. But I'm moving along. Now I'll take the legs and put them under the tray like so. You attach them to the handles. Follow the directions. You won't have much trouble putting this together. And it should look something like this. Nice and easy. Okay, let's keep looking at it. Did I miss anything? Of course, I need to add the rest of the hardware. I have to do something about this. It needs to be tightened. Let's see what I can do. I might be using the rigid for no reason. You know what? I don't think this is going to... Well, it's doing the job somewhat. I might have to use something else. I think the issue is the screw is sticking up so much that it's going down in the socket a little too much, so I can't grip it the way that I would like. What about this? Let's see. Not really. Same thing without the drill when you think about it. Let's figure this out. EP Auto Deep Sockets, you're up next. All right. I remember when they gave me two of the same ones, 12s. But you know what? I think this 13 will do the job. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Fits like a glove. You know what, guys? When you buy those socket sets, tools, stuff like that, make sure you got a 13. Make sure all the sizes are in those sets. Some of the most common ones don't come with those sets. Trust me, you'll need them. All right, on to step 3. It has something to do with the wheel. Okay. We've been going a bit longer than expected, but that's okay. We want to do it the right way. Okay, step 3 complete. Let's complete step 4. Step 3 was just putting a part through the wheel. Step 4 is actually connecting the wheel to the handles. As you see here, nothing to it. Okay, and we're going to secure that. And of course, I'm using the 13, but now I use this, oh yeah, the ratchet. Okay, works like a charm. Next, I'll put this bar across the front of the handles. Real windy, told you that already. Come on, directions. Come on. You can't be more tired than me. Here we go. Let's wrap it up. Okay, nice and tight. It could use a little more tightening. All right. I hope I get a lot of years out of this. Maybe 20. 20 or so. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll take care of it. Starts with the assembly, though. Take pride in it. Okay, let's tighten this up. I'm so glad I got this 13. From now on, any socket sets or wrench sets, any sets I have to include a 13, a 17, and a 19. Well, finished. Success. The big red machine. Yard Works wheelbarrow. I'll take care of it over the years, and I'm sure it'll take care of me. Can use this for so many things. Really need it. It's going to come in handy. Oh well. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Still mixing. This is kind of thin, don't you think? This isn't like a trialable consistency. This is something you can use to spread if you're resurfacing. Let's make it thicker. You know, the more you work with this stuff, the more comfortable you'll get. Now I got it at the consistency I want it to be. I just added some more powder. Works great. Well, it's filled in for the most part. I can do better. This shouldn't be the finished product. Smooth this out with my finger. No, that's not really gonna work. I'll come up with something. Trust me. It'll look a lot better, I hope. Okay, I'm gonna take care of all of this. All of it. Believe me. Okay, guys. This looks a lot better. Might have used too much, but again, I'm not really a concrete expert. Learning as I go. Bear with me. You know what I ended up doing? I took a sponge, dipped it in a bucket of water, wrung it out, and then used it to smooth out the concrete. It works. Works great. I'm on to something here. That might be my secret weapon moving forward. Oh yeah, let me show you the difference. Just hold on for a second. Okay, this is my cheap version of a flashback. Remember the cracks? Now look, completely different. 9 day, right? Use the sponge. It helps. I wasn't making this stuff up, folks. Works wonders. My new secret weapon. Sure, it's an old trick. It's new to me, though. Moving forward, that's what I'll be doing. Okay, it's drying, but I think it'll take maybe a whole day for it to dry completely. Even still, I think I'm going to move forward with the rest of the resurface job. Start up there by the step and work my way down. Guys, I bought this bucket about a year ago. I knew this day would come. I need to use the correct amount of water to mix with concrete, and this helps, really does. You don't want to use too much or too little. There's my concrete or Saccrete concrete resurfacer. Here's my bucket, water, my other buckets. I'm ready, guys. And you know, if I'm mixing concrete and water, there's only one tool I'll bring out forward, and that's my rigid. Oh yeah, attached is the mixing paddle. I think I got this from Home Depot. Yeah, I think it's from Home Depot. Anyway, you know the buckets are from Menards. Nothing's gonna stop me. So I mixed it to a pourable consistency, almost like syrup, something like that. Have to let it sit for about a minute. Just following the directions. Listen to my reaction after I start pouring the concrete. Look, it dried so hard, so fast. It's well beyond my skill set. I could not believe it. Talk about rapid drying. This stuff takes the cake. Unbelievable. And it dried so fast, just didn't set well. Look at this. My God. I lost a bunch of buckets in the process. 4 of them. Ripped to those buckets. R.I.P. Definitely. Just didn't have the time to get the concrete out. Impossible. Jesus. No matter what, you don't give up. So I'm at the store again, picking up some more buckets. Plan B. Moving forward, I'll just mix a little at a time. I should be able to salvage some buckets that way. Man, I could have used those other buckets to lift weights. You know what I mean? Okay, let's give it a second chance. So I finished the last couple steps. All right. This isn't good. Still have that crack. Man, that stuff is ridiculous. Lost a bucket in the process. Of course I did. I don't think it's anything I'm doing wrong. It's just that it sets so fast. And it's hot out here. Maybe that plays a part in it too. Yeah, maybe the weather played a part in it. I'll come up with any excuse I can right now. So what I'll do is come back up. At least the tape worked. I guess there's something good that came from out of this. So I'll come back up, put another coat on, work my way down, figure this out. I can do it. Just need to work a little faster. Let's put some more water down. Okay. I don't think it's my technique. Maximum effort. All right. Let's put some more water down. Get it nice and misty. Okay. Like I said, I'm working hard. I want to try to get better. Well, I used more than I needed, and it doesn't look any better. Sets too fast, guys. Got to figure out what to do with that. Well, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns, too. Bye. No retreat. No surrender. Let's get started. So I'm putting the tape down. Have to do it. It's all for a purpose. You'll see. So this is the result of my hard work, I guess. Terrible. Capital T. Look at it. I'm embarrassed. I don't think an amateur could do this bad. I don't think a group of kids can do this bad. I got a trick up my sleeve, though. You'll see. The step didn't even turn out good. What am I doing? Let's go. Okay, I'm mixing it again. I don't know what will change this time, but I can't give up. I can do a much better job. Let's bring the bucket up, see what we can do. Of course, I have to wet the surface. Got the sprayer, put down a little mist. Okay, I'm spreading the concrete as best as I can. Just like before. Wait a minute. Got the squeegee. What in the world? Well, what do we have here? I was able to use the squeegee because it's not drying as fast as before. I'm getting there. Oh yeah, much better. Who do I think I am? Look at this. I'm using this float here. Floating trowel. Helps me move the concrete. Now here I come with the brush. Like I'm an expert or something. Behave yourself. Cut it out. I told you it was for a purpose. Why don't I resurface this since I had excess concrete mix running off the step? Oh yeah, nice. I'll let you in on a secret. I didn't use the Sackcrete concrete resurfacer. I used their Top and Bond concrete patcher. Takes 3 hours to set. You got 24 hours to walk on it. Big difference. Easier to work with. Beginners, use something like a Top and Bond. Oh yeah, made things much better. Well, thanks for watching. You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Did some shopping. Picked up some new friends. Going to add them to the mulch bed. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. What do we got here? Bunch of annuals. Got a lot to choose from. Going to take them, plant them in the front. But first I have a little bit of work to do. By now you guys should know that I take my brush here and I use it to remove the chip paint on the stoops. Let's take a look at the mulch bed. Some growth, fairly decent. Got a little more work to do. I'll get it done. Let's avoid looking at the grass right now. I'm very embarrassed by it. Again, I don't know what's going on. I'll figure it out, trust me. But good news, look at the concrete. Oh yes, very nice. Turning out extremely well. Very happy with the results. Very nice. Up there especially, oh yeah. You know what? I forgot that this brush isn't really ideal for scraping the chip paint. I always start off like this. I'll start with the brush, then I have to move on to something else. And the multi-tool for the win. Oh yeah, gotta love it. I even tried with the sander. I didn't like the results. The scraper, however, a lot better for me. I don't know why, it just happens that way for some reason. But it worked. Again, it just gives me what I need. That's all I'm asking for. I know it's a lot easier to use a sander or something else, but this scraper, multi-tool, whatever you want to call it, it's a lot better. All right, let's see here. Painting the stoops, whole lot better. All it needs is a little paint. But I got some masonry paint this time, guys. And again, get the areas that people can't see. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean it doesn't need to be done. Look at the difference, and that's what you want to see. Don't be lazy. You know what, guys? While I'm at it, I might as well add a fresh coat of paint here. I never really do. I can't remember doing it, but it wouldn't hurt. Anyway, the stoops, they're drying. Like what I see. Oh yeah, nice. How about the salvias? They're growing. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna take a break. When I come back, we'll finish up, okay? So go get a snack. Be right back. So while I was gone, I took a scrubber, like a Brillo pad, and I used it to clean around the door. There was some dried cement that splattered on the trim here, so I took care of that. All right, where are we at now? Mulch bed. Let's get rid of some stuff, change up some things. I told you can move plants and rearrange stuff, so let's do it. So I removed the lilies, but don't worry, I didn't throw them out or anything. Got other plans for them. Dianthus, you're on the clock. Oh yeah, you sure are. Don't like how you're turning out. I don't really trust you anyway. Or maybe that's just a bad spot. Who knows? I believe these are called double knockout rose bushes. Whatever. Anyway, I selected these because I saw the red here. That's a good sign. It means new growth. Oh yeah. We're back. So I have 2 new spots. Let's get it done. And another reason why I picked the rose bushes, they're just low maintenance if you ask me. So easy to deal with. Don't forget the begonias, guys. I like the look of them. I think they're perfect right here. So once I put the begonias in, I took the purple annuals and replaced the dianthus with those, as you can see. So let's wrap this up, finish up, and check out the results. Fresh mulch makes it all look spectacular, almost magical. Oh yeah, this is what you want to see. That's why I put so much emphasis on the marble chips, getting this in order, removing weeds, stuff like that. Very nice. It was all worth it. Okay, so next let's add the pots and annuals that are going in the pots. Oh yeah, got the vincas out. Don't worry about this chip paint, I'll take care of that. Nothing major. Remember the cement I told you I removed from the door frame? This is all I used. Bucket, water, soap, towel, Brillo pad, scrub brush, whatever. It worked. Okay, let's put some annuals And the pots, I'll use some old dirt too. I really like the celosia annuals. Look like a fireball, don't they? Really nice. Hey, I like this arrangement. They kind of represent the Chicago Bulls, right? Robin, Pippen, Phil Jackson, Jordan could be the dirt. Something like that. Oh yeah. Very nice. All I'm doing, guys, is taking some old dirt. Well, what I did was put some dirt in that bucket. Then I'm taking some new dirt. Then I'm mixing it with the old. Then putting the annuals in. Nothing to it. Bigger pot, nothing changes except for the fact that I can add more stuff. Other than that, oh, don't worry about that chip paint. I told you about that. I know it's ugly. I'll take care of it. Okay, let's move along. I put the new guainia and patience in the middle of the big pots. Hope I said that right. Let's take a look at the concrete. Wow. Amazing. Stoops, flower bed. Let's go back. You know what? Another layer would do, though. Now for the best part. Don't worry about this grass. Don't look at it. Forget about it. I'll figure it out. You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns, too. Bye. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Look at those rose bushes. They look great. This is the aftermath of the fence install. Got a new cover for the barbecue grill. Got a lot to do. So I plan on doing something about this atrocity over here. Looks bad, but the fence turned out great. Couldn't ask for more. Look at it. Almost like a professional did it. Rose bushes. I know you guys are getting tired of me talking about them, but look at them. They turned out great. They're growing stronger, healthier. Yep. Season set, you'll be gone. Upper management brought this one. It's been in the family for years. Trust me. Marble chip area needs a lot of work. Weeds growing everywhere. Looks disgusting. I can't stand it, but I'll take care of it. All of it. Trust me. It's gonna look great. So I moved everything out the way. Everything is gonna be in my way anyway. Okay, it's over there. And I'll just pull some weeds. Get up the bad mulch. Got the wheelbarrow out. It's gonna come in handy. So much to do. So little time. But I'll get it done. Well, getting it up. Brought the shovel out. Wheelbarrow filling up. I'll move the stuff over here. Got the furniture out the way, barbecue grill. Got the container out with my drinks. Oh yeah. Time to clean up the marble chip bed. I'll remove the edges for a while. See what's underneath the surface. This area is pretty much done though. What to do? I can't have this anymore. Weeds growing just all out of control. This makes me work too hard. Gotta figure this out. Do something about it. Losing daylight. I think I'll stop here. Done enough for the day. Marble chip bed is gonna look nice. It's coming along. Think I'll get them all up and put some more fabric down. Anyway, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Optimistic about making progress today. Got a lot to finish up. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. All right, moving right along. Got all this junk up. Gonna attack it real good. Put another layer of fabric down. Get some dirt from over there. Bring it over here. Level this out. Bring it up some. It's gonna look nice. A lot better than what it is. Spray some weed killer. Rose bushes. Great as always. Showing you a different angle. So I'm gonna put the dirt right along there. Get it from over here. You know what? I should have put the dirt over by the mulch. It would have made more sense. Would have been a lot easier. You can always find dirt, especially if you have a wheelbarrow. You don't have to always run to the store to buy topsoil. Easy for me to say now, right? But yeah, it's true. Okay, so I'll use some of the old fabric, just a little bit, along here. Oh yeah, just keep it. Why not? And just add to it. You can do that. Don't be so quick to throw stuff out. Trust me. Ran into a little wall here. It seems like my edger shrunk somehow. I know this went all the way to the gate. What's going on now? I don't know what to do. Well, I have to do something. I'll figure it out. Maybe add a piece. Had this problem last year on the other side. Okay, time to add the weed killer. The weeds just made the marble chip bed area look horrible. So we want to eliminate that. And you can't stop weeds completely, but give it your best shot, that's all. All right, enough of that. Plenty of weed killer. Got some marble chips in this bucket, been picking them up. Let's wrap it up. Move on to the next phase. I don't know what I'd do without this little cart. If you guys opt to buy marble chips, ask for help in the store. You might not get it though, if you know what I mean. For future reference, buy a back brace just in case. You might need it. I was supposed to spray the old marble chips, but since I had a bunch of bags in the garage, why not? Putting some mulch down now, getting the area together. You can see the difference already. Oh yeah, it's coming together. Put the chair back. Now look at those rose bushes with this black mulch. Man, it looks great. Very happy. Let's wrap it up. Well, what do we have here? Got the new seating set. Old, but new, if you know what I mean. And from a different angle. Don't forget my cooler. It's great. Over by the fence, however, it's a disaster. I have to figure something out. I have something in mind, so I'll take care of it. But oh yeah, this looks good. I have to clear this area. Lilies and white plants. Just looks like a jungle. Shouldn't have put the dirt over here. Lesson learned. Wait a minute. Where's my fountain? It's not where it's supposed to be. So I'll bring the fountain out, put it back in its spot, and I'll keep working. But that fountain has to come out. That's where it goes. This other stuff is coming along. I'll get this together. Look at the fence, though. Look at this fence. Okay, that's enough. Not trying to brag. But yeah, I'll get to this and clear it up. Got my design in mind. We'll see. To make it easier on me, I'll wet this area before I start digging. Well, you know what? Why don't I just get the trimmer and cut some of this down before I do any digging? Then I'll wet it. That'll make more sense. Oh yeah, because it doesn't make sense to wet it then cut it. So I'll do that. I'll trim it first. So if I'm doing any edging or trimming, you know what that means. It's time to bring out the works edge or trimmer. Love this thing. Don't leave home without it. All right, little progress, a lot better. See what I have to do now. All right, this looks about done. Looks better. All right, let's come back over here. I know you're tired of those rose bushes. Let's look at them again. All right. One more time, that's it. All right, that's it. Back over here. This minor cleanup is really helping me move things along. Now I can visualize what I need to do a whole lot better. Looks great. Call off the National Guard. Everything's back to normal. Got the fountain out. It's up and running. Got to give it the thumbs up. Time to wet the surface. Again, I'm doing this so when I start digging, it'll be a lot easier. Less stress on my back, if you know what I mean. Looks good over this way, though. I'm still going. It's dark. I know what you're thinking. You usually stop in the other videos. Have a little more left in the tank. So I'll keep going, trying to figure this out. And I think I'll curve it here. Start there, curve it there, loop around. Nice little design. Something like the front yard, I guess. It'll be real nice. It's gonna come along. Trust me on that. Anyway, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm still out here. Got the spray paint. Trying to come up with that design. Doing the best I can in the dark. Why put it off tomorrow when I could start it tonight? You don't do it in the other videos. So what? You know that fence project just pushed things back, along with the weather. I'm playing catch up. All right, what's going on? I'm using this soil to raise the plants up. I want them to get more water, so we'll see how that turns out. Got some more topsoil. I know what I said, okay? You can't always go to the store and blah, blah, blah. But do you want to dig up dirt every time you need it? No, you don't. Anyway, got some fabric, long bags, dirt, of course, getting it done. Raised the plant, did that overnight. So I'm just working on this design. It's getting there. How does it look? Looks okay. They look stressed, so I thought I needed to do something. Raise them up, add some more soil. So I think they'll make a recovery. Normally around this time, the white plants look spectacular. The lilies are dying out, so to speak. But the white ones, they're blooming and look amazing. Maybe it's all the movement, I don't know. I haven't watered too much either. That fence project, like I said, pushed things back. And now, again, I'm trying, guys. I really am. Edging now. I don't know if this will remain like this. I'll figure it out. But it's coming together. We'll see what happens. Scratch that idea. I envisioned something like a mound, you know what I mean? Something higher up. Wasn't working. So I filled in the gap. I'll come with the design. Move forward. Landscape fabric to the rescue. I have to cut out a lot of pieces. This is the only thing I don't like. It's not like I'm going across one big area. It's like looping and all this other stuff that's going on. So it's making me work a little harder. But that's okay. We don't shy away from work over here now, do we? Just about done with the fabric. Trust me, when it's over, this area will look great. All right, fountain. You keep leaking. I use 2 different seals, a generic brand and then a real big brand, if you know what I mean. Might have to send you over there. Anyway, put some edging down here. Helps the mulch pop. Makes it look real nice, real professional. Let's keep going. When in doubt, use mulch. Got the cart. This project is moving right along. We're making progress, folks. As you can see, makes a difference. Huge improvement. Huge. A lot of work, though. A lot of work. A lot of material, bags, the whole shebang. Got to come over here, finish up. Last year, I used 2 edgers for this side. This year, I got a 50-footer. Just one long edger will do. Work smart, not hard. Now, a simple edger can make your mulch and your mulch beds and stuff look a lot neater, cleaner, professional. That's all. You know I add a lot of mulch. Time to clean up. I know. Who really likes doing it? But it has to be done. Let's clear the area. We made a lot of improvements today. We're getting there. Looks nice. Anyway, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. On second thought, let's save the best for last. Take care. Just wanted to give you guys an update on the front yard. Had a lot going on in the backyard. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. So what's new? Let me tell you, I had to move the begonias. Yep, that's right. Love them, they're great, don't get me wrong, but they had to go. Put them over here. Reason is, when they were in the mulch bed, the sun scorched them. It was bad. So now I have some red salvias. I put those in the place of where the begonias were. So everything's fine now. They're doing great over here. They get plenty of shade. They're really shade annuals. So when you get stuff like this, read the directions. It's in your best interest. Enough sun for them and water. They're doing great over here now. Oh yeah. Look at that fence. What about the pots? Big one, little one, a lot going on in there. Here, Vincas, Celosia, New Guinea in the middle. Vincas are my go-to annuals. The steps, concrete hasn't cured or bonded the way that I would like. Water's been getting on it and sitting on it. So that's what's been going on here. Next time I put plastic down when I put a layer of concrete down. Here, totally different. Doesn't get the same amount of water. Got the table from Aldi. Go to Aldi's and get some stuff, guys. The chair's been with us for a while. This concrete step hasn't bonded like I would like because there's paint under it. And that Sun Joe power washer did nothing for me. New mat right here. I like it. But next time around, I'll do it the right way. But we do remember how all this looked, right? Before I started working on it. Horrible. Very embarrassing. Now, I give it a C minus, only because it doesn't have a second layer on it. Mulch bed. Lilacs are lilacing. Rose bushes. Purple salvias. Red ones. Really like the annuals. Marble chips. Love them. Grass. I'll figure this out. Let's not focus on this right now. Trust me, I'm determined to have the best lawn in the neighborhood. I will get there. It's going to happen. Well, thanks for watching. Just a quick update. Why don't you guys subscribe for me? Really appreciate it. Got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to do it. You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Cleaning up a bit, and something caught my eye in regards to the mulch bed. Got to cross the T's, dot the I's. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Doing a little maintenance, if you know what I mean. Didn't like the curve at the end of the mulch bed where the edger is, so I'm working on it. This happens all the time. You get somebody to do some work for you, and they end up having to come back to make adjustments and fix stuff. And I'm not an expert, so this should be expected. Brought the brood out. You know what I do now? I just cut half and then rake and get what I missed. It's a good system. Of course, I brought the works out. Why not? If you're going to do something, do it right. Did I tell you guys to pick one of these up? Do I have to blow the little clippings off the marble chips? Yeah, I do. Don't want to see them on my marble chips. I worked too hard doing all this. Now, what do we have here? Tiki torches. This is big. This is really big. First time for everything. Oh yeah. Tiki torches have been put in the ground. What's next? What do we have here? Looks like a stand or something. What do I have up my sleeve now? I'm putting something together. Looks pretty big too. Let's keep going. Looks like I'm almost finished. What's in the bag though? Must be something big. I'm getting kind of excited. Aren't you? Let's see if I can pull this off without help from anyone. It would be better if I had another set of hands, though. I'll figure it out. If you guys opt to get the screen, cost about $100. Yep, easy to put together. Should take about 10 minutes or so. All right, got the tape measure out. Need to figure out the distance from here to, I guess, the house, something like that. No more daylight, that's okay. We'll use the patio lights and keep going. All right, got a stand here. Let's set it up. Okay, it's there. Here's the projector. Let's put it on top of the stand. Oh, be careful. Okay, I got power. Well, at least I connected the cords to an extension cord. So I should be seeing something real soon. Think my old man would be proud. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Got something to take care of that's long overdue. Have to move all this out of my way. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. How's everybody been? Okay, sounds good. This is like an update. Got the pots out here, put the annuals in them. Never mind this Christmas mat, but I feel like everything has a purpose. Don't be so quick to throw stuff out. Anyway, pots look good, don't they? And this is why we're here. Look at this pile. Horrible, terrible, capital T. It's been back here for almost a year. Dug it up, came from the front yard. Has to go. I want to redo the concrete back here. Cracks and all, but I can't with all these weeds. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. Got my lawn bags, getting it up. Got my wheelbarrow. I'm taking it down the alley. Got the shovels. Moving right along. Maybe another hour and a half or so. I just hate doing it. Sun's out. It's hot. Oh boy. You know what I've learned when it comes to something like this? Just get it out the way early on. Because when you have to come back, you're just doing double work. All right, got some weeds here. You know I don't like that. But it's clearing up, coming up nicely. Little ways to go. I'm getting there. What do we have here? It looks so much different, so much better. But look at the concrete. Paint is coming up. I can fix this, make it look like something, and make it usable, you know? All right, I'll be back. We'll figure this out. Coming right back. So it's the next day. Concrete is dry. This is the result so far. Oh yeah, looks good. So let's get up, assess the damage, see what to do moving forward. Got some cracks. Nice day. Cloudy, still nice. Hot though. All right, plenty of cracks, chipped paint. Got a mess. That's all. It's a mess. It's a mess, but I'm confident that I can make it look a whole lot better. Get it done all over here. We'll see. Works blower to the rescue. Again, you got to get all this stuff up. If you're putting concrete down, has to be clean. Surface has to be clean. Or get it as clean as you can. Do the best you can. Or it won't bond well. Saw evidence of that in the front yard. That concrete step. Oh yeah. And in most cases, you can't just always run to the store, rent equipment, or buying the most expensive equipment. Have to use what you got. Don't get me wrong, besides the leak, as you can see, I mean, this is good if you're trying to clean your siding, your car, something like that, but when we're talking about putting down concrete and you need that surface absolutely clean, no grease, paint, stuff like that, I don't think this is powerful enough. That's all I'm saying. It'll do for now, but if I could do it all over again, I just would have got something else much more heavy duty. You see, it's getting the paint, but something else with a higher PSI would have probably ripped all this stuff up, and it would have been a lot easier for me. See, even the siding here, it's okay. I need a lot more power for what I'm trying to do. I'm grateful though. For all the kiddos watching, I'll just call this a garden tool. I shouldn't have to use this to scrape up the paint, but I have to. The pressure washer just didn't do what I would have liked it to do. We'll see. Looks like it's gonna rain. That's okay. I was doing double duty, so to speak, tending to the mulch bed and the concrete slab. Brought some more plants. Hope they bring some type of excitement to the bed. Anyway, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Well, today's the big day. I have to put my money where my mouth is. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Gorgeous day today. Barely a cloud in the sky. Good day to do some work. I'm gonna get it done today. Got my bucket, bunch of buckets, sprayer. Look at the pots. Vinkers are growing. Replace the mat with the mat in the front. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this today. Trust me. All right, let's do some sweeping. You know, I cleared the area pretty well. Shouldn't be that much dirt. Getting ahead of myself. I skipped a step again. Should have got the wire brush here and brushed some of the cracks just so that the concrete repair stuff can bond a little better. Messed up. So you shouldn't sweep before this step. You see all this stuff that's coming up? This is what you want to get up. Oh yeah. See, if I had a better pressure washer, none of this would be much of an issue. So I'll do my best in working around all this stuff. I won't fill this area in. I don't think there's any need to. The cracks, of course, that area I will fill in. Looks like an old stump right here. Just crossing the T's, dotting the I's. You know, the more I sweep or use this blower, the better chance I have on that concrete bonding with this slab the way I would like it to. So there's nothing wrong with putting in this extra effort. So up first, let's try the Quikrete concrete crack repair. Just going to use it for the small cracks. Just the small cracks, folks. DIYers, first-timers, beginners, amateurs, whatever you're calling yourself these days, this is real easy to use. Don't be intimidated by it. Go to my front yard playlist from this season and you'll see what I did in regards to this. You can even take your finger to smooth it out. No big deal. Trust me. I'll get that later. Oh yeah, just take your fingers just like this. Not a problem whatsoever. So guys, I'd like you to go to my front yard playlist and take a look at the concrete resurface videos that I did. You'll see how using a sponge really helps. Smooths out the concrete a whole lot better. It's even easier to work with. You'll be surprised. Take the sponge like this, damp it, and just smooth this stuff out like this. Oh yeah, it's great. But if you like, stick around for this. So what do we have here? Quikrete vinyl repair patcher. Got a bucket. I'll be using the bucket, pouring some water in it with the vinyl. And you'll figure out how to work with this stuff. This is a little too soupy for me, so I want it to be like an oatmeal texture, something like that. So I need to add a little more vinyl to this. You'll see. As you can see, I added a little more. Now I have the consistency that I was looking for. So once you do a few of these jobs, you'll get the hang of it. Nothing to be intimidated about. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. So whatever you're working on, make sure you spray it with a light mist of water. That way the concrete can bond with whatever surface you'll be repairing. Please keep in mind, when you're filling in the cracks, you don't have to be perfect. That sponge will help you along the way, and you'll get the results that you're looking for. Trust me. What do we have here? This has been sitting around for a couple years. I'm going to use it for this concrete repair job. I did another walkthrough and found some quarter-size holes, so I filled them in. Might as well. Do the best you can and live with the results. But they were all over, so I took care of it. I'm sure we're almost there. Let's take a look at this hole. There's that stump. Remember how I looked? So this stuff is drying. It's drying. Okay. So we got a little ways to go, but we're getting it done. Found a few more of those holes. There's nothing wrong with filling them in. Work smart, not hard. Measure twice, cut once. Okay, one last sweep, so to speak. Blow any dirt or dust out the way. Let's see, drying well. Up, over here. Got a ways to go. So I think we can wait on this. I want it done right. Okay. Be right back. Let's take a look at the stars of the show. Rigid, the paddle, the broom, squeegee, buckets. I got everything you need. Water. I use this in the front yard for my steps. It's great, dry, slow, great for beginners. More buckets, trowels, whatever you need. I got it. Sponges. Oh yeah, whatever you need. Sprayer, broom, everything. Trust me. I'm getting it done, guys. Again, wet the surface as you go. Pour the stuff out the bucket. Use a squeegee. Nothing really to it. Do the best you can. Keep a steady hand. Let's wrap it up. I tried to broom it as I was resurfacing. Didn't really like the broom. I think the smaller broom is a lot better. That's just my opinion. But anyway, looks good. I think a second layer will do. You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. All right, what's new? Got a lot going on from start to finish. Rose bushes, okay. What do we have here? Chrysanthemums, they're back. Welcome back. Decided to give them another chance. You know, around this time, you see them in the stores. I couldn't help it. I said, why not? We'll see. Anyway, salvias, purple salvias, they grow wild. You have to trim them. But the more you trim, the more they grow. Lilacs, however, I'm not too pleased. I'm not worried about the rose bushes over here. They'll do well. Probably don't get enough sun. Mulch looks okay. Those purple ones are verbenas. All right. Okay. Looks okay. I think I'm going to take those lilacs to the backyard and move over the salvias that are in the middle. Let's take a look over here. Vincas, always great. Like I told you before, these are my go-to annuals. Celotias, can't get too much water. I'm starting to realize that. And those New Guinea and Patience, they've been hiding. Concrete, like I stated before, too much water. Up here, you see the difference. Not the same amount of water, and it looks a whole lot better. But next year, I'll do 2 coats, and things should be fine. So I'm okay with this for right now. Okay? I get a better power washer, though, trust me. Anyway, the water is causing this issue. So I'm not too disappointed. I know what I have to do moving forward. But, again, a lot better than what they were. But we can do better than this. I know we can. Let's go up here. Got a new mat. I took the old mat that was here and took it to the back. Never mind this step again. 2 layers will do. That mat was very cheap at Home Depot, about $5. Pick it up if you can. And as a reminder, moving your annuals or your plants may save them. Remember, they were over here where the chrysanthemums are. So I moved the begonias to where they're at now. Put some red salvias there. Didn't like them. That's why the chrysanthemums are there. But the begonias have been doing well here. Excellent, to be honest with you. The fence, perfect. The thing about buying chrysanthemums around this time, they cost a lot more. You know, you can buy a pack of annuals for very little, maybe a few bucks, and you can get 8 of them, something like that. But each chrysanthemum costs about $2.98, $3.98, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to move over that salvia in the middle. I have to space this area out a lot better. Hold on, that looks okay. Okay, it's okay. Got a lot going on. Got to make some changes. They'll be made next year, though. Okay, guys. Got some decent news. Not great, not good. Decent. Anyway, when upper management brought over the patio set, it was revealed that the stuff I've been using for the front yard is probably killing the grass. Now over there, that's my neighbor's. See how green it is? I did his a couple years ago. No problem. Now why is his so nice and green and mine isn't? That's because some grass seeds are in the same family as weed seeds. You remember I told you my problem was, well, maybe it's the roots not getting down and the pebbles that are under. It's probably not the case. I'm using that crabgrass preventer, and this time I didn't even use too much, but I'm using that crabgrass preventer. And again, this isn't Scott's. This was Turf Champ, and those seeds are cheap, and those seeds are probably in the same weed family as that crabgrass preventer. So this is what I've been left with. I hope I can fix it. You know the good thing about these minor bumps in the road, you get to learn and have a better understanding of things. So moving forward, I'll change my grass seed. I'm not saying anything against Turf Champ. I'll just change my seed. I won't use the crabgrass preventer, and I'll see what happens. Got to make adjustments. Anyway, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Real quick, I want to show you guys what the backyard looks like at night. I know in a previous video I showed you, but the lighting wasn't too good. So this is what it looks like at night. We'll talk about those hanging baskets in a minute. But this is it. This is why I put in all that hard work, just so I can have my own space, be at peace. This is what it looks like. Oh yeah, really like it. Have more work to do, but I'm getting there. What do you think? Hi guys, welcome back. How you been? Sounds good. Told you I was gonna paint this. Just be patient with me. I'll get to it eventually. All around here, all down there and around the house. Hanging baskets, they're great. Brought by management. Still got my lights up. Tiki torch been added. Oh yeah. This really turned out extremely well. Fence, mulch bed, grass, screen. Oh yeah, nice and big. That's what you want to see. My fountain. Man, I tell you, I used 2 different sealants. Not just once or twice either. Still leaking. Might have to replace it. Don't leave this out in the wintertime. I think that's what happened. And that winter did something to it. Anyway, my rose bushes, might have to move them over there. Got a project coming up, and they'll be in the way. I don't want to do it, but I have to. The new patio set, the new old patio set, I should say, looks great. Looks great. Just all turned out near perfect. Oh yeah. Barbecue grill cover, nice and big. The old one was too little for the grill. That's why I got the tears. Not anymore. This is nice. Over here, this is where the plants went. Lilies, white plants, red salvias are from the front. I did a video on that. But this is it. Let me give you guys a closer look at the mulch bed. I picked the hibiscus and holy grail because I wanted more color over here. White plants didn't look good. Lilies didn't look good. So I came with these. Also a hydrangea. Now the lilac here, that one was attached to this one. Started to grow too tall. Didn't look right in the mulch bed up front. So had to make some changes. Spray painted this area so I know where to put the tripod. Everything's going well. Give you a closer look at the tiki torches and the movie projector screen. Real big, real big. Just to let you know, if a bird leaves you a present, don't panic. Just get a towel, wet it, a little bleach, very little. Little awesome, little dishwashing liquid, something like that. Comes right out. Trust me on that. Okay, let's come over here. Tiki torch. Great. The Vinkas, my annuals, my babies. Here's another teaching moment right here, guys. When you're doing this resurface job, please do not leave any standing water, or this will happen. Yep, happened to me. A second coat of concrete topping bond will do, though. Doesn't really matter, because all this will be gone next year, so there's no point in doing that second layer. Gonna redo the fence. The seating set looks great, though, over here. Got another pot on top of the table. Begonias, vincas, oh yeah. Looks pretty decent. Management was gonna throw this out, both of them. That's why you don't throw stuff out. You can use them for something. They look great here. So there's no point in getting frustrated over the concrete. After I redo the fence, I'll have to resurface the concrete again. Just like the grass. Got other stuff to do. There's no point in overseeding now. One of the things I would like to do in the future, the deck. From there to there, from end to end. I got it all mapped out. I'll get it done. It'll look nice. Be my first time, but I know I can pull it off. After I did that fence, there's nothing I can't do. Rose bushes, much as I like them here, I want them to stay here. I got to move them over there. It's going to hurt my heart, but it has to be done. They'll look great over there, though. Trust me, they will. They'll look great. Can't wait. Hanging pots were a good choice. Nice touch. Really are. Very nice. Let me tell you something about these annuals. They didn't look too good in the store. Decided to take a chance on them. And when you see stuff that looks like it's stressing, buy it, especially if it's cheap. Buy it, bring it home, put it in dirt, give it some water. Be patient. Be patient. And you'll see. We're making progress, people. That's what counts. That fountain has to go. Aside from that, like what I see, remember the camera? It's still up there. Still works. Well, you know that. You know that. Anyway, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns, too. Bye. Well, one more episode left after this for the front yard. Might as well oversee. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Welp, time to overseed. This is starting to be a tradition and not a good one. But now I know what's going on, so hopefully I don't have to do this every year. I will put seeds down just to keep the yard full. It helps keep the weeds out. We've been here before, right? I lower the lawnmower to the lowest setting I can, and we go from there. Hey, from this angle, that resurface job looks real good, doesn't it? It sure does. So nothing out of the ordinary. If you overseed, cut the grass real low. Remember, very important that the seeds make contact with the soil. So this is what you want to see. You're probably thinking that I could have cut the grass lower. I couldn't set the lawnmower any lower than what I had it on, so I'm just using the garden weasel to loosen the soil. It helps make a bed for the seeds too. doing it over there. I'm getting it together. We've been here before, right? Okay, got this dirt from Lowe's, got the cart. Let's go. Just filling in some spots. Didn't buy too much dirt. Didn't think I really needed to. So this will do for now. Topsoil is down. Spread evenly. Okay, let's come over here. Now this spot really needed it. It was bad. Okay, should work. It will. Trust me. I want you guys to take note of how it looks now. I guarantee you it'll be a lot different in a few weeks. All right, Scott's grass seed, sun and shade mix. They're back. They are back. Some people use hand spreaders or spreaders. If you don't have either one, you know you can use your hands to put down the seeds. They won't bite. Next, get a rake, spread the seeds. The benefit of this is you'll also get up some dead grass and other stuff you don't want down while the seeds are germinating. Okay? So put it in a pile, get it up later. Spread those seeds though. It's a must. Second to last on the list, peat moss. Keeps the birds away, helps keep your seeds moist, fills in some spots too. I don't know about this peat moss. It's kind of lumpy. Didn't really like it. I'm used to the stuff I get from Menards. I'll do the same over here. Spread the seeds, put the peat moss down. And this is a much bigger bag. And I kind of ran out. Don't like how it goes down. But when it's toward the end of the year, this is what you get. So I had some old stuff. I like that better. This stuff, I don't like how it spreads. I don't like how it goes down. That's just me. Somebody else might love it. I don't. Like I said, lumpy, not a fan of it. Did the job though. You know I always save the best for last. Anyway, you know how this goes. For the next 3 weeks, I'll water twice a day, 3 times if I have to. Then we'll come back, take a look at the results. You know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. It's time to check and see if all our hard work paid off. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. We did it. We did it. We did it together. Look at it. Nice and green. This is what you want to see. Absolutely. Got some spots. That's okay. You know I dedicated the front yard playlist to my mother. This is for you. Thank you for everything. I know you're watching. You know, I think the peat moss caused some of these spots. It was real lumpy. Probably stopped some of the seeds from germinating. Lesson learned. Go with what works. You don't always have to experiment. All right, mulch bed. Let's take a closer look. And you know what I'm looking for first? The chrysanthemums. You guys, that's it. That's it. You're out of here. You're done. Look, I don't want to hear it. I gave you another chance and you blew it. You blew it. Man, this looks good. Really does. Let's take a look at the other side, see what's going on. Don't worry about these spots. I'll overseed and fix this. It's not an issue. You just don't want it to look dead. You want to see as much green as you possibly can. Over here, look at the begonias. My God. Wow. Really growing, thriving. Guess I made the right decision on bringing them over here. They need shade. They get enough water. Oh, yeah. Again, this is what you want to see. The fence. It's great. Let me show you what I did to that chain link. I had to get some lag screws Almost cut it too short. Barely made the cut, if you know what I mean. Gotta clean this up. Go out with a bang. You guys do know that I painted the brick with that masonry paint, right? Just wanted to remind you. Okay, let's come back. All right, moving forward. You know what I realized? You only need about 3 annuals in the big pots. They grow. And the smaller ones, 1 annual. When I was doing a little maintenance, I realized you don't need to put 2 or 3 annuals in the little pots. It's unnecessary. It's not enough space anyway. What else? Oh, I added another camera. I think it's useless because I can't download the videos to my phone. So what good is it? After the cut, this is what Whitley Green is all about. Dedicated to my mother. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Short video today. Just staining the fence. Looks good so far. Heads up, this is the second to last video of the Backyard Playlist Season 3. Just give me a heads up. I'm so glad I started on this side. It's not as easy as it looks, but I'm getting there. I know it'll be worth it in the end. I finished the very end before this section because I know that end part is going to give me a headache, and I'm getting a little frustrated. Just want it to be over. Comes with the territory. Don't do this job without a mask. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns too. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Just wanted to give you an update on the Rigid Wet Vac. Got it for Christmas. Haven't really used it much. Decided to use it on my car. Future reference, I think I'll buy the car accessories. But yeah, this is big. Got a good deal on it. By the time you guys go out and get one, you won't get the same deal. So we're going to open up the car, see what the wet vac can do for us. Hang tight. Look, folks, if you can walk and chew gum at the same time, you won't have a problem with this. More than likely, you have a vacuum cleaner at home. Same concept, really is. Not difficult at all. I'm sure contractors love it, but if you're a homeowner, you should pick one up too. You never know. I'll leave it in the garage and use it to clean out my car. Hold on, guys. I want you to hear this for yourself. I think it has great power, picks up extremely well. Bulky, but you decide where you want to store it. Again, you won't get it for the same price I got it. I'll keep it in that corner. Hey, there's the brute. How you doing, man? Looks like you got a roommate. You're not alone anymore. Anyway, yeah, pick one up. Think you could use it. Contractors, I know you guys will love it. This is what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Just wrapping the cord, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hey, why don't you subscribe? Go ahead. We don't judge over here. Take care. Bye. This is it. This is it. We made it. Season 3, Backyard Playlist, last episode. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching. We got a lot accomplished this year. Look at that fence. Doesn't look real good? Oh yeah, mulch bed, wheelbarrow, movie screen, great addition. Tiki torches, nice touch. Oh yeah, let me walk you over here. I want to talk to you about the movie screen quickly. Nice day, not a cloud in the sky, but windy. And that wind can snap your legs and feet when it comes to the movie screen. Keep that in mind. So around late September, mid-October, take it apart or you'll have this problem. It's not worth it. Take my word for it. Trust me. You see how windy it is? Real windy. I know you guys are tired of me talking about the rose bushes. Even though they weren't the star of the show this year, they did a great job playing backup. Remember this pot? Got the begonias in them now. Oh yeah, real nice. Hibiscus? Okay. What do we have here? Holy Grail, hydrangea. I'm still learning. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Trust me. Don't worry. Won't be a problem. Be patient. Give me a chance. You know what, guys? Let's end the season on a good note. Why don't we do a little light yard maintenance? I really don't have to do this. It's not like they're going to grow anymore. But there's nothing wrong with a little yard work. Let's clean up. End the season the way it began. Nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, take care of your babies. Give them a little love, a little care. You'll see. Let's take care of the white plants and lilies too. Bet you thought I forgot about them. No, I don't forget. I'll get to it eventually. Just be patient. Remember I talked to you about only putting 3 annuals in the big pots? Cleaning up now. Love these lawn bags. Yeah, just 3. No more than 4. That's all you need. Anything beyond that is unnecessary. Look how big these things got. So you don't need a whole bunch of annuals in your pots. 3 at the most. That's it. Anything else is just ridiculous. But that's coming from somebody who's been doing this a couple years now. So starting to realize what works and what doesn't. Speaking of works, got the trimmer out. Oh yeah. Don't forget the blower. Don't leave home without it, if you know what I mean. It's great. So far, so good. Hey, grass got a little greener, huh? All right, let's wrap it up. As a reminder, if you're going to keep your grills outside, get a grill cover. Trust me. All right, what's going on over here? Looks good, nice and clean. Got the white plants and lilies in the ground. We'll see what happens next year. The fence, man, we did it. Can't believe we did it, but we did. Hard work pays off. And for a second, it didn't look like this was going to turn out the way that it did. But I'm glad I stuck with it. Don't give up on yourselves, guys. This lilac, you're gone. Holy Grail. You know, when I moved that Holy Grail, I damaged the root on it. So, hydrangea, cleaned it up. Looks a lot better. Oh, yeah, over there. We're going to make some changes. Change is good. The 2 rose bushes, they'll be over here. I'm sorry, guys. Got to make room. Yeah, I think I'll replace this fountain. Get a taller one. Hey, I bet you guys didn't realize that I painted the top of the AC. Oh, yeah. Sure did. Look at it now. Much better. You know, I plan on buying more hanging baskets. By the way, if you see stressed annuals in the store, pick them up. Take a chance on them. Season 3 was great. We got a lot done. Piece by piece, little by little. Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, the comments. Go ahead and subscribe. Really appreciate it. We don't judge here. Well, you know the motto. Take care of your families. Take care of your bodies. Take care of your lawns, too. Bye. The Whitley and Chill Season 3 Backyard playlist is dedicated to my old man. May he rest in peace. Know he's watching. Hope he's proud. You know, he used to always tell me, you need to learn this stuff instead of paying somebody to do it for you. Now I get it. I understand. You know, back then you take things for granted. But now I realize your loved ones, your parents, they just want what's best for you. So yeah, miss them, love them. Thankful for everything. Grateful for everything. Really am. Thank you. Hi, guys. How was your Christmas? Mine was pretty good. Let me show you what I got. Hi, guys. Just wanted to give you a quick update on what's been going on. Bought some stuff during the holiday season. Let's start with this Husky 18-piece magnetic screwdriver set. Good deal. Very good deal. Can't wait to use them. What about this Ryobi 200-piece bit set? Oh, yeah. I couldn't just walk away from it. Very cheap, $19. I bought the Cobalt tool bag here. Small, but $7.98. Thought the price was so good, I got two of them. I couldn't resist. I just couldn't help it. Okay, let's look up for a second. Move the lights out the way. Got these from Home Depot. Well, you know that. Used them to put up the fence. All right, got the DeWalt 30-piece here. Got this from Home Depot as well. I think I spent about $10.98, something like that. They were cheap. Why not? Scissor set here, cheap set. Now, this has been around for a while. Pay this no attention. I've had that for a while. Flashlights, though. Another great deal. Trust me. What else did I pick up? Let's come over here. I got a lot of stuff. I could open up a store. All right. Husky, 290-piece mechanic tool set. Good deal. I think a great deal. Couldn't just walk away. Ratcheting wrench set. Even a Husky stool. Oh, yeah, this is a theme. Husky. We're going with Husky. We'll see what they can do. I found the deal of the season in Home Depot. Tiki torches, 83 cents a piece. And that's the thing, guys. In the wintertime, you can buy summertime stuff cheap. Summertime, you can buy wintertime stuff real cheap. That's how it goes. 83 cents. Oh, yeah. This wasn't a gift to myself. Thought I needed it. Turned out I didn't. I'll keep it anyway, just in case. What's next? Husky adapter set. Husky, guys, Husky. It was a gift. Love it, love it, love it. What else do we have? DeWalt. Got some more drill bits here. Oh, yeah. So cheap. $5, $9, something like that. When it's that cheap, guys, just pick it up. Here's another look at the Husky ratcheting wrench set from Home Depot. I didn't like the price, but oh well. I guess I took one for the team. All right, again, Husky 290-piece mechanic tool set. Lifetime warranty, $700 value. Big case. I might do a video on this later, guys, to show you everything you get. Plan on doing my own brakes, oil changes. So we'll see about this. Should come in handy. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this year turns out better than last. Bye. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Just wanted to give you a quick update on what's been going on. Still got some Christmas stuff out. Just like you. When is it getting boxed up? Who knows? March, April. Anyway, big surprise. Got the Samsung 70-inch. Look at it. Gigantic. Great screen. Bright. Everything. Hey, this is a nice show. You guys need to tune in when you get a chance. Whitley and Chill, something like that. Got a new coat rack from Amazon. Really needed it. The old one was just on its last legs, if you know what I mean. This one provides us with all the hooks and space we need to store our things. What do you think about the table and chairs, guys? Nice, huh? Christmas trees, they're not coming down to, again, March, April. I don't know. Anyway, let me tell you the story behind this table and chairs. Management was cleaning the crystal balls here, whatever you want to call them. One of them fell, shattered the old table. Can you believe it? Got this now. Amazing how much different you can make a room look once you rearrange some furniture or even add some different furniture. Very nice. Goes along with that paint job I did. Look at the mirrors. Great idea. Nice touches. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Got a new kitchen table as well. It's round, but much bigger. Much, much bigger. Gold finish at the bottom. New chairs. But I think the dining room chairs would be a better fit in here for this table. Like these chairs, but I think those would be great in here. We'll see. I painted the staircase too. Cement gray, of course. Looks nice. Only thing left to do now is get this carpet up and redo the floors. Wow, look at this. My apprentice, wink wink, if you know what I mean, got a new queen size bed, picked it up from Amazon. It's real nice. This is built to last. Didn't take too long to put together either, so that was good. Over here, a new desk. It's nice. White, bright. Oh, yeah. Now the dresser drawer, I think it's too short. Should have been wider. And I didn't like how long it took to put it together. I mean, we're talking about 2 hours or so. If Husky was the theme in my last video, and by the way, go check that video out, items you should have bought during the holidays, then Amazon is definitely the theme in this video. Another Amazon product. Won't open this up, but now there's more storage in the bathroom. Over here, got a sink from Home Depot. I took the old one out and put this one in, me by myself. Oh yeah. What happened was water was spilled over from the bowl, causing damage. Water got on the floor, more damage, damaged the cabinet here. So it had to be replaced. And what I did was, of course, take the drain and stuff out. To do that, when I put the drain and stuff back together, the extension tube popped out of the P-trap a couple times, causing more damage. You can imagine the damage water causes. Wasn't all my fault, though. I put it together according to how it was initially. And again, that extension tube popped out of the P-trap a couple times. I finally got Teflon tape, silicone. I just pulled out all the stops. Anyway, this area filled up like a balloon. I had to bust it. Water was everywhere. I had to repair the drywall, paint. You know how that goes. Good thing about it, I'm getting better at drywall repair. Gave myself a B- on that particular job. Anyway, we're going to have a great year this year. Got my old man here, my mother. They're with us. Thanks for watching. You guys take care. Bye. In my Oversee with Scott's Sun and Shade mix result video, I told you that this particular camera was useless because I couldn't download the video to my phone. I figured out how to do it, so it's good. Let's get started. My apprentice, wink wink, if you know what I mean, got a new car for Christmas, and ever since then, I've been parking mine in the front. Very nice. So one night I come home just to check on the garage, make sure everything's okay. I look in the back and what do I find? The overhead door wide open. Man, I'm telling you, I lost my mind. I really did. So I look around, appears that everything is okay. No harm, no foul, right? Let's just hit the button, close the garage door, figure this out, move forward, and try to do better. That's what I think. I go on again. I'm looking for you-know-what, and it's not there. And that's when I realized somebody had to come in here and take my lawnmower. One of my neighbors has a security camera on his garage, and I asked if his camera picked up anything, and he said it didn't work, but he'd ask around. Another neighbor's camera caught the whole thing on tape. There was a lady, white hat, white boots, walking down the alley. Light comes on. It must have caught her attention. She realized the door was open. So what she does, she walks down the alley, all the way down, all the way down. She keeps going. When she makes it to the end of the alley, she goes in this building right here. Okay? That building, she and another gentleman, they come out. The footage was grainy, so you couldn't really see their faces too good, but they both walked back down the alley toward my garage, okay? So the guy, he sees that the door is open. He goes in, okay? Something like a test run. He walks back out. Gives the lady the signal to watch out. She's a little further down, so she wasn't that stupid. He puts his hood on, walks all the way in, grabs the lawnmower, and heads back out. There wasn't a pickup truck or anything waiting for him. No. No sense of urgency. He's been here before. Oh, yeah. So he takes it, walks toward the other end of the alley like he has a job to do. I ended up going to that apartment building. I knocked on some doors. One lady came out. I asked her about a woman with white boots, a white hat. I think the lady I talked to, I couldn't see her face too good because she had the screen door closed, but I think she was my number one suspect. Since that time, I installed a camera. This is actually the second camera. The first one didn't have cloud storage, so I took that one down and put this one up. Jury's still out on this one, but something is better than nothing. Some of you know I had the yard machines, my little red engine that could. I got the Brute because I wanted a lawnmower with a bag attached to it. Let me explain what was really stolen from me. I came to this Menards in search of a new lawnmower. I thought that the Brute gave me everything I was looking for. Came with a bag, all the features. Price was great. You guys know how I am about price. I didn't get the lawnmower on this particular day because I felt like the box was too big for my back seat. But while I was in the store looking around, I noticed a man, and he resembled my father. And as I kept looking, I was like, that is him. This is a different Menards. This is the Menards that I usually go to. Anyway, once I realized it was him, I walked up to him. He didn't recognize me. We had the mask on, but once he realized it was me, it was like father and son all over again. We talked in the store for a while, talked in the parking lot. You know, we hadn't talked in a couple years. You know how stubborn people are, and he was stubborn. I'm somewhat stubborn, I think. But it just grew from there, and next thing you know, we're on the phone all the time talking, laughing, joking about everything under the sun. You name it, politics, sports, for hours, you know, to the early morning hours. And it was good to be able to catch up with him and just see him in a different light. You know, my brother in 2021 got to telling me that, you know, he was losing weight. And, you know, my old man, he was one of those tough, strong, old school guys. And he was telling me, oh, my teeth are bothering me. I'm just not eating like I should. I didn't think nothing of it. Saw him in October of 2021, and he was very slim, slimmer than I have ever seen him in my life. And you guys know, a little while after that, my mom passed, and I was talking to him about that, and he was always trying to hide this. And he finally ended up in the hospital 2022, and when I went to go see him, you know, it was like a wrecking ball hit me again, same year. Mother, father, and cancer it's horrible, it's terrible, and seeing your loved ones go through that is something I don't wish on anybody. Check on your folks, check on your people, and encourage them to go to the hospital. Miss my parents, love them. But that's what was stolen. That lawnmower was a symbol of me and my old man coming together right before he died. And had I not gone to that store to look for that particular lawnmower, I would have never, you know, spent that time with him, at least over the phone. You know, I had commitments that I had to take care of during that time, so I couldn't always go and see him. But I thought everything was okay, and it wasn't. And when I did, it was too late. Just don't make it too late, guys. Just encourage your folks to get the treatment and the help that they need. But I'm grateful for the time that I spend with them, grateful for all the teachings, the discipline, everything. But make sure that, you know, you do spend that time, guys. Tomorrow isn't promised. But that's what was taken, a symbol of me and my old man coming together. And that's what I don't like. And I just want to share with you how I felt about everything that has transpired lately. And some of what I have to say isn't going to be received too well. Also, for the men out there, you are not weak because you need some help. Stop being a damn fool. You are not less of a man because you have ailments and you need to go to the hospital and see a doctor. Stop being a damn fool. You got families. You got people that love you, people that depend on you, people that want to see you around for a long time. If you sense something is wrong, go get the help that you need. Stop being a damn fool all the time. Go to the damn doctor. You watch these videos, I tell you, take care of your families, take care of your body. Look, your tombstone won't read, "This was a real man," because he knew he was dying and he said nothing about it. You will not get an award for that, man. But then again, on the other hand, I understand, because some of us, we go to the doctor, we go to the hospitals, they shame you. They make you feel guilty for going there seeking help. They make you feel wrong. So some of us would rather stay at home and die peacefully. That's what happened to my mother. My sister took her to the hospital. They treated her like she was subhuman. And it wasn't until they saw that fist growing out of her chest is when they realized she, was really telling the truth. Yeah, so I get it. I understand. All right, let's get back to what this is about. Some of these folks will go in your house, steal everything you got, do heinous things to you and your family, up to and include murder. That's the reality of it. Why? Because there's no incentive for some of these folks to do the right thing. Let me show you something. You see the building right here? Right there. Okay. Now you see it's scheduled for demolition and poof, it's gone. Just like that. Like magic, right? So I got a registered sex offender who stays across the street from me. He rents a room from a guy who may be selling heroin on the side. All right. So this registered sex offender, he likes to make crank calls to the police department. All type of calls you can imagine. Whatever you can think of, he's done it. So he's the one, according to the rumor mill, set the building on fire. He's done it a couple times. The last time he called the police and said, "Hey, building's on fire. By the way, there's somebody stuck in it." So these guys come out. It was like they sent every firefighter and every firefighter from every neighboring town to this building. What if somebody would have died, man? These guys got families, mouths to feed, and this fool is playing on the phone. How is it that these guys can get away with this? Or why do they have this disregard toward your privacy and things like that? It's because jail is a resort for criminals. Microwave, TV, radio, stuff like that. Biggest thing they get is health care. And theirs is better than most working people. People paying taxes, working a 9 to 5. Medication, healthcare specialists, they get to see a nurse every day. You have to take off from work to go see a doctor or a nurse. Not these guys. They get treated like royalty when you think about it. So that's why they can go off and do the things that they do. What do you think would have happened if my family walked in that garage after leaving something in the car? You think he just turns around, walks away? What if he decides he doesn't want to go back? Because I can tell you 90% chance he's been in and out of jail. He's probably a junkie looking for a quick fix. So he steals stuff, sells it to get high. And I understand people get depressed and things like that, but I shouldn't have to pay for that. What if I walk in my garage and he's in there and something happens? You'll have every news station and organization protesting in front of my house, talking about how cruel and inhumane I was toward him. Never mind what he did, though. I'm for reform and common sense stuff, don't get me wrong. But at what point do we say enough is enough? You got guys who have been in and out of jail since they were 16, 17 years old. These guys are in their 40s and 50s. They just don't get it, and they don't want to. Jail is too comfortable for them. Trust me, it is easier for them to be in jail than to take care of their responsibilities and take care of the children. These guys don't always change. They do something despicable, get a bond, go right back out into the street, get a gun, shoot a rival, or shoot at a rival, end up killing an innocent baby, and get out again. It's again and again and again and again, over and over and over again. 40 and 50 cases these guys are fighting or have fought. So when do we say enough is enough? And then when they look up, they're almost seniors, addicted to drugs, can't get a job. So what do they go out and do? They go stealing stuff just to compensate for their drug habits. So would I be wrong for leaving? I go take out my garbage. It's a war zone. I look down the alley, hear gunshots. There's a guy running. I don't know if he's running from the gunshots or if he's the guy that was doing the actual shooting. You got folks running through red lights, running through stop signs. They will hit your car, kill you, and keep going. Police can't even chase them. That's what reform is doing. I mean, somebody even nicked my car. You stay in a big city, this is going to happen, but I didn't buy this car like this. So it takes away the value. Cars depreciate, but this really doesn't help. You're on your way to work, or you're loading the car with groceries, or even taking the kids to school. All of a sudden you get boxed in. A group of teenagers hop out. Young people with guns. They take your car, purse, phone, briefcase, all that stuff. Book bags, they take everything. These guys, if they are a little smarter, I shouldn't even say it, but think about it. They have your registration in your glove box. So now they know where you live. They can go to your house. God forbid that you got family still at home. There's no telling what might happen. So something has to happen real soon, or it's going to get worse and worse and worse. We had a officer who was carjacked at a Menards, I believe. Think Menards, or a store near Menards. Got carjacked. Her husband was with her, boyfriend, something like that. They take off. The officer starts shooting at the suspects. You know, they charged the officer. I know they were not a threat, but what do you expect people to do? It's getting out of hand. This is ridiculous. You're taking people things, traumatizing folks. It's not right. So am I wrong for even talking about this stuff? Am I wrong for saying this is a little too much for me? Before you call me a sellout, Uncle Tom, Oreo, and the list goes on, I guarantee you, you wouldn't want some of these guys within 50 miles of your community. You wouldn't want some of these guys within 2 states of where you live. Trust me, I guarantee it. Problem is, we have an ugly history over here, and it was never reconciled. So when you hear things like programs and stuff like that, it's just a big lie. Don't get me wrong. This stuff isn't new to me. It's not foreign. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I'm just older and I'm tired. I just want peace. I want peace for everybody. I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to enjoy their lives. There are plenty of guys who got a raw deal, getting railroaded by the system. I'm not talking about those guys. And I didn't say all of them were bad. But some of these guys are taking advantage, and they're going right back out in the world and wreaking havoc on innocent people. Then again, the leadership closed schools in the poorest communities where kids could have been in the classroom instead of out in the street. And it is a parenting issue as well, but it all ties in together. So you close these schools, okay? Years later, you elect to open them, or at least one, so that you can house other people. We have people sleeping on the viaducts and in the street, but we'll bus people from other states over here to take care of them Absolutely makes no sense at all. Really doesn't. It's a shame. We got a lot of work to do. I know this because of all the helicopters and sirens I hear every night. And I'm not without sin. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. But you're supposed to learn from those mistakes and grow. And we as a people, as a society, we have to do better. Well, I'm grateful. Things could have been much worse. Appreciate all the help from my neighbors. One of them was really upset. He said it was like stealing from him. I guess the brute was more than just a lawnmower. Brought me and my old man together, me and my neighbors. I think I'll start a GoFundMe account. Buy a bunch of them and pass them out. It'll be like a symbol of togetherness. I hope that guy and that lady get the help that they need. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.